Hello, welcome back. How are you? All right. I don't know what the world that noise was. I think we're good though. I think we're live. And I think it's time to talk to you guys. Are we live? It says we're live, dude. All right, we must be live. Hi, Cook. Cook is feeling so neglected. Oh my gosh, dude. Hey, Cook. Chill, my friend. It's fixed. Refresh. All right, everybody refresh. If you refresh, it's good, guys. And then if you refresh, it'll catch you up to live. So go ahead and just refresh and click live. If you're on a phone, I don't know, close it and reopen it or something like that. That'll fix it. I know there was the Wi-Fi. It was a thing. I didn't have the Ethernet cord plugged in, dude. It was just. Gotta figure this out, dude. These are not exactly how I wanted them to be. We'll figure it out, dude. They need like an emboss or something. They're too flat. You got a Sbarro ad? No, you did not. Cook, stop. Hey, knock that off. Stop. That's the couch. You guys, I wish you could see his face. It's crazy. He just looks like this. He looks at you like this. He long blinks. Oh, he looks at you. All right, we're finally here, guys. The internet is up. We haven't dropped any freaking frames since I got the Ethernet cord plugged in. I gotta move this chat out. Hello. I'm sorry, I literally just got home. And I'm sorry. I had to run and pick some labels up because they were in the wrong place. So. All right. I got it. Guys. So, Blue Run, eh? Listen. 3 distilleries walked into a bar. MGP bought one of them. Coors bought the other. I don't know what the third one is yet, but we'll find out soon. You know what I mean? Crazy. Low on the volume. Listen, it was peaking last time, and we haven't streamed since. I'm not on mute. Guys, you guys are crazy. Listen. Chris Jenkins, thanks for the member, buddy. How much did you know about Blue Run? Guys, we got to address this differently. I think there's an incorrect opinion in the current whiskey space, okay? I don't think everybody should get upset every time a distillery sells to a large company, because I think what we should do is we should all wait and see what happens before we get upset, right? If they sell to one specific company, I think that we could get upset right away. And it's not MGP. Blue Run's the CRKT of bourbon. It is the opposite of that. CRKTs are cheap. They're not changing the name to Blue Mountains, dude. Blue Run is a distillery, yes. Okay, listen, this is why. Reason being, the distillery might not change much. Was everybody upset when Penelope? Listen, everybody. I'm just going through my brain. Everybody was really upset when Riki will be here in a little while. Okay, so just because at some point people are going to ask. Just so you know, Riki is just going to walk in and show up at some point. I like my CRK. Hey, I like my CRKTs too, dude. I got like 2 or 3 of them. I'm just saying they're not. Blue Run's like a premium brand. I wouldn't push CRKT into a premium landscape of knives. I think you gotta understand a lot of now. The Blue Run team is staying on with the course hire. Let me think about it. Penelope, their team's still intact, still work. I mean, they still run Penelope the same way. This is what I think, dude. I really do think people like you gotta chill for a minute and you gotta wait and see what happens. It doesn't always go wrong. Everybody was pissed about Pritzker, Fitzker. What is that? Buying like a bunch of, buying a ton of Bardstown. I'm going to be honest. It seems like nothing's gone wrong since they've done that. Seems great, you know? It just seems fine. Pritzker, whatever, dude. Everybody knows exactly what I'm talking about. Private funding firm. But I think it's one of those things like you guys, like everybody goes so upset with them. I'm not going to buy Bardstown anymore. Ooh, Bardstown sold out. That's what everybody's saying, right? Blue Run sold out. Guys, it's not selling out. The team stayed on. Like, probably seemingly the best way to get funding is to have somebody purchase your distillery. You know what I'm saying? Cook, bro. You can't go outside, which is like the part that's going to drive me nuts. You know, like Cookie still can't go outside. His neck's not even all the way better yet. You know what I'm saying? Open a distillery, get a little hype, wait 2 years and sell. I mean, I think probably if you saw, dude, I don't know. It's such a weird thing. So the people, there's one umbrella company that when they buy people, shit changes immediately and not for the better. Okay. And I'm not going to say who it is, but it rhymes with man, that's hard to rhyme that word. It rhymes with Shmamari. That's close enough, right? You got like this is what people don't understand. I feel like people don't get the fact, dude. My fucking phone. I've never have the ringer on. Let's see. Dan, the problem. Okay, if Dan Like is in here, I don't know where, buddy. I need you. That's what I need you to send me. Is where, like, where, what, and where. You know. I mean, listen. If Dan in chat, if he just said that, maybe I didn't say that. But what I'm saying is, like, it doesn't seem like all of listen, Pritzker. I'm going to call it the people that bought Bardstown tonight. Okay, that's what we're going to call it. They didn't seem like they want to have their hands in all of the pots over there. They seemed like so far, and I will say right now, so far they seem like a good way for Bardstown to have gotten more funding, right? Because that team is still heavily operating that distillery. There's people still in charge that were in charge. Like, it's a good cook. I can't do it. It's a really good way to get funding. Really is. Like, for real. Now, if you sell and leave, then clearly the business plan was to retire, right? If you sell and stay on, Penelope, Blue Run, Bardstown. I'm not going to include Wilderness Trail. If you sell and stay on and you have control of the brand, like nobody knows the talks. Nobody knows the percentages. Nobody knows the roles of the people that were running the company. These are things that are all kind of left in the dark. So for everybody to immediately jump to, I can't believe you sold out, Blue Run, or I can't believe you sold out, Penelope, or I can't believe Bardstown. But but did you want to pay them hundreds of million? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the crazy part. Are we going to do this? Do you think that we'll do this for 1 hour or all night? He just opened his mouth. Cookie doesn't like catnip. I've tried it. Not a fan. I can't wait to take this bandage sock off his neck. Let me see your neck. I got to check it. Oh, dude, it's almost all the way healed up, my guy. Look at you. Guys, that's how long it's taken. That happened 3 weeks ago. It's never been about the bourbon. Dude, I can't. You guys are crazy. I don't know. I don't understand. I'm going to be honest. Like, you guys don't. I don't feel like you understand. I don't know. Dude, Cook, bro, for fuck's sake, like, for real. Get on the chair, please. Get on the chair. Get off the fucking table. Get down here. Get off the table. Or lay down right there. 2 options, please. He's not doing either of the options, guys. He's not doing either of the fucking options. He says, fuck your options. I don't know. That's basically what he's saying. This feels like Porters in the Park all over again. All right. So, anyways, hold on. There was somebody's comment I wanted to read. Both said something. I wanted to read it. No, I can't find it. Gosh dang it, Cookie. I blame you. Get the spray bottle. I don't spray Cookie. He's like a dog, dude. And he doesn't give a shit if you spray him. Cats do listen. You guys don't understand. You never met Cookie, dude. The other day, Cookie ran under the deck. I walked outside. I said, Cookie. And he ran out to me. Just sat right in front of me. Swear to God, it's that simple. He's like the best. My wife said she didn't like the virtue labels. I've started divorce procedures. Turcotte, clearly that's the only path forward for that relationship. You know, sorry to hear that for you. But I do, you know, I mean, listen, dude, it is what it is, right? You know, sometimes things don't work for whatever reason. Thanks for the super chat, buddy. I miss the super chatters. Cookie has taken the Sean roll to heart. Piss off Dan, says it's Mudkip. At the moment, yeah. Matt said, let's make today a historic day. The super chat is for 49% of virtue spirits. You keep 51% in decision-making stake. This, however, is all predicated on Sean being terminated. Of course, take the deal. That's what he said. That's what Porter said. Thank you for the $20 super chat, Porter. I love you. I appreciate that. Yeah. Cookie's like a dog, dude. The other day, he was stalking rabbits in the yard, and I said, get over here, and he just walked back to me. It's just, like, you guys don't understand. It's crazy, man. All right. I got a live chat and top chat open. I did this last time. It worked great. I stop scrolling when I see something I want to get back to. Listen, what you guys have to realize is the acquisition of certain distilleries is often not different than investors investing a metric shit ton of money into distilleries, except the fact that one of them, it doesn't have to be that different. That's a better way to phrase that. An acquisition of a company could literally be, here's a bunch of money. We'll help you in the places and areas we can help you. But otherwise, that business is going really well, hence us buying it. So we would like it to be continued to be ran that way. Or that's what happened recently with a certain distillery that you guys know of that we like, that might be on the shelf behind me. Other distilleries might have been bought, right, by very large umbrella companies. And then they might say, make everything a limited edition, rip prices to the fucking moon, and we're going to stop this part of a single barrel program, and we're going to do this. There's different outcomes. Like, everybody treats every acquisition like it's the exact same. They're not all the same. They don't have to be the same. Most of them will be different from one another. Matthew Miles, member for 11 months, had a hell of a time last weekend. VIP was great. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it, man. Adam Z himself was in chat, and he did joined the BJ fam earlier. Hold on. I think I can pull that up in this cool thing. Oh, yeah, dude. Adam, welcome to the fucking fam, buddy. Thad Burrow with a 27-monther said, did you really fire Sean? No, he's on vacation. And then, dude, I'm caught up. Look at that. This little thing, there's a viewer activity thing on YouTube that you guys can never see. And it's really great. The problem is sometimes it doesn't work. So, Sean, oh, I just said that, Joseph. You guys are just catching up. Yeah, listen, it's not always bad. It's just not. And everybody looks at it immediately. It's always the wrong decision and the wrong move. And it's just not always that. You know what I mean? It's not always a bad thing. It doesn't always have to be a bad thing. But everybody always looks at it as such a negative. Everything I saw today with Blue Run was like, of course they sold out, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I texted Mike, the fucking president or owner or founder or whatever of Blue Run, and I said, huge congrats, buddy. That's awesome. And he said, this is just to be, because he's staying on, right, with the other rest of the team. And he said, this is just the beginning. Great things are happening. This is going to, like, it's helpful. Like, these are all, I don't know, man. I don't know. It pisses everybody off. And I understand because sometimes things go sideways and get worse, right? It's not always the case. That's what I want to say. What company do you keep alluding the name of? I'm going to be honest, dude. If I was going to say it, I would have just said it, you know? Somebody guessed the umbrella company earlier, and his name was Dan. So, and if you, like, they just bought a distiller, a large distillery recently. Porters and Park was great. Forward to next year. Hashtag Team Sean. Barry, you and I became very close friends at the bottle share because of something you said to me in passing. And I want you to know that, Cook, stop doing that. Don't. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. It itches because it's healing. And if you keep itching it, it takes long. All right, you're allowed to do that. Okay. Hey, Cook. You son of a bitch, dude. Blue Run sold out long before this announcement. Oh, my gosh. You guys are so negative. Stop being so negative, man. It's not that hard. Why is it so hard for people to not be negative? Let's talk about something that makes me happy. What's up, Brizzle? Stop itching that. Yeah, I know. You're getting, like, pissy. Listen, let's talk about something positive. Are you ready? We did a Barrel King release yesterday, and it sold out. That's positive. That's positive. If that pisses you off, you gotta leave. I don't know. You know what I mean? That's how this works. When's the Bourbon Junkies Blue Run pick? I think all the Blue Run picks come out in October, but I'm not 100% sure. I think all of them. I think all of them come out at the same time. Pretty sure. Look at Mount Rushmore. That's kind of cool. Why did we do a Mount? Like, why'd they do that? Just to honor, like, the 4 people on it or whatever it is? Is that why? Matt. Stream's already gone sideways. Dude, this cat. Look at him. Look how pissed he looks. Oh my gosh. I just saw what he looks like in the camera. That's hilarious. Juju, I don't know what I'm going to do with the merch yet. I'm going to be honest. Unfortunately, today was super busy. And yesterday was like half of the day was super busy. And then I took the afternoon to hang out with the kiddos. And tomorrow's going to be busy too. But I'll think about merch next week and what we're going to do with it. I haven't even looked through inventory anymore. So, Alex said, thank you to everyone that was at Pours and came by to talk to Bradley and me. We had a great time meeting everyone, putting faces and names. Dude, how cool was it that Alec and Bradley both came up for Pours? Like, that was seriously the coolest thing ever, that they both came up. Dan Rudin, welcome to the Junkies fam, buddy. Thank you for joining. Cookie, you got anything to say? Hold on. Let me get him a mic. You got anything to say to the people? Can you meow for him? He headbutted the mic. That means hello, and cats do that, I think. I don't know, man. Listen, Molson Coors bought like 3 distilleries. It just upset people. It's so funny because everybody already, not everybody, a bunch of people, like loud people, already like shit on Blue Run constantly, right? Before the freaking buyout thing. Then this happened and people were like, oh, they sold out. Like they liked them before that. Like they were, like they're on board. Dude, the fact that Alec and Bradley came up with so cool. Ron said, it's clear to me why STG made Bradley the national brand ambassador. Way cooler than Alec. Dude, why did I read that? I can't believe I read that. I didn't pre-read it. I just read it. I didn't pre-read it. I meant to... Bradley's a good-looking guy, huh? Just a good-looking dude. Hear me out. If you're not a fan of Blue Run, maybe this is where it all turns around. Seriously, congrats to the people at Blue Run. This is the thing, man. They now have a bunch of money, pretty infinite probably, for all future projects. Seems like a good thing. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Listen, again, it could go sideways. You guys could be right, 100% possible. If it goes sideways to you, though, that might be, it's not going to get like more expensive, right? Which is what a bunch of people don't like. So it's kind of one of those things, if you think about it, it'll all work out just fine, for sure. Tonight's stream used to be sponsored by Alec Bradley. Dude, I didn't say it. Ron Miles said it, and I just accidentally read it. I don't know whose fault that is if you think about it. Probably Ron's. Now, here's what I want to say before Riki gets here, okay? Because I wrote, there were people that I meant to thank at the event, like when I had the microphone at the beginning, and I wrote them down, and I just like messed that up, right? So, listen. I hear Riki. We'll wait. Alan, Dan added Alan, said, I hung out with Bradley more than Alec, I think. Love him. Of course, Alec is my best friend forever. Alec's everybody's best friend, dude. It was cool to hang out with both of them. It was actually really, really cool that both of them came up. Like, that meant a lot. That was very, very cool. That was like, it was just like, I've never been to their, I don't even know what it's called, location down there. And I'm just super happy, like, that they both came. Got to hang out with both of them. That was very cool. So, dude, what? We need to change something. The Omen label just looks too flat. And I don't know what needs to be changed, but we need to change something. And we can't change it on this release. It'll just be the next one. Hi. Cookie's being an asshole. So, do you want whiskey? You do? A lot of it? What did you want? There's wine. Go get that wine. Do you want me to get it? No. Do you want wine? Do you want an alcoholic beverage or not? Nah? Did you eat? I did a little, but I also got snacks. Snackies? Oh, yeah. Shit. I didn't eat dinner. I actually have had a double cheeseburger today thus far. One. You do it. Sean's got his thing all fucked up. Like, this is the thing. Sean's got his shit fucked. You're already being... Dude, it's been so much, babe. I don't know. This is not it. He's lonely. Go ahead. Finish that. You know what? You're quiet. So. Go ahead.
Hi, friends.
Anyone else's audio peaking, then getting quiet as hell? I don't know. Fix my mic. What? Fix what mic? Ricky's mic is off.
Mic.
You have to talk into it.
I am. I'm in. Hello. But
Blow really loud into it. Hers is on. You guys are welcome. Her mic's off. It's doing the thing.
Sure. Daddy be mean.
All right. Can't make hers louder. Like, she's literally maxed out, guys. All right, babe, try again.
Hello.
Yeah, you can't be 5 feet away from it.
Hello.
Listen, babe.
Is he already pissy?
Yeah, because that cat.
Her mic is fine as long as she gets close. It's fine. People just gonna have to turn their volume up.
I don't know how you make this, like, stay. There. Oh, that's better. There you go.
Hi, Julie.
Get down. Get down. Come, please get down. Look at him. Look at.
I know he's feeling needy.
I know, but he won't just sit and chill.
I know, but you've been gone. It's kind of your fault.
Look at this. Look how big he is.
He's so big.
He's a giant cat. Look at that. He's the size of my torso. I'm a 6 foot.
It's the Cookie and Riki show.
Oh, you could do that.
Hey.
Kelly. Bye, Riki. Hey, relax. Kelly, that's a lot of money, first off. That's a lot of money. She said, buy Riki an experience. Oh, fucking damn it, dude. I swear. I just, look at. Also, I need to talk to you about that on here. Buy Riki a relaxing experience for all of her work, hard work for Pours in the Park. I can't read normal sentences. Look, tell me that's too flat. It looks too flat.
This is final right
Yeah.
now?
And we have all of them.
Why does it look so much different than the other one?
I don't know.
It kind of looks like pretend.
Yeah. Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
What's it need? Kelly, that's a lot of money. Thank you. Seriously.
Thank you, Kelly.
What does that need? Something, though.
Yeah. I don't know.
That first release is going to look like that. Because there's about $3,000 of those labels over there.
I just wonder if it's too dark.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Also, this is
That whiskey's really dark. And then
So-
it's making this darker.
This is like not. You guys can't see it. We're talking about this bottle of whiskey and this label.
It looks better in the light when you do it like that.
Does it?
Yeah, it does. It's too, yeah, because then it's shiny. When you put it, look at it, when you put it like that,
You
look
need
how
the
different
light?
it is. Yeah. It's so much
It just looks
prettier
better on
like
camera
that.
than it does in person.
No, it's the light, babe. Because I can see it in real
There's
life.
like a sheen.
Yeah.
You know what? I didn't get these correct either. I don't know about the bell. I don't know.
Thank you,
I'll have to figure
Christine.
this out. This is the thing. That's going to have to change, though. Dan's mic is not off. Check your own. Sean Opperman in here to save the fucking day, dude.
Hi, apps.
All right, everybody. Rob, thanks for gifting 2010 Junkies membership. Appreciate it. If you get a membership from Rob, welcome to the fucking family.
I need to be in the chat so I can get my free met. That's the only time
You
I'm a
got
member.
one the other day. You got one last
I
time.
know.
I
The
think.
only time I'm a member is when somebody.
You know what I think it
Gifts it.
needs? It needs like this needs to be foiled. Maybe the outline,
Yeah.
something like that. That would
Yeah,
make it
I mean,
like.
it definitely looks better in the light, but you're right. It's a little dense.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Is that the correct marketing word? I didn't even put this on right. It didn't overlap correctly. I don't know how
Are you
we,
labeling your own bottles? Because
you were gonna have to.
that's a problem.
How,
Guys, maybe.
guys? It's not good.
Maybe wait until they buy a label.
What the fuck? Or you can just have the busted shit. Okay, listen. The whiskey will still taste good. You guys can just drink the whiskey. Adding to the Celebrate Riki Fund, she deserves all the props and respect. Christine Vasco. That was very nice of you. Thank you for the
Christine.
super chat. Women of Whiskey's AK, probably 99% sure that's going to be Michelle. Watching Riki this weekend. I now know she's a badass. Thank you for the super chat. William Davlar, it's a lot of money right after your wife, probably your wife, donated 20. You did not have to do that. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for all the hard work that went into making Pours in the Park so friggin' amazing. I wish we could have seen you guys for longer. I've just talked about.
I have to ride in a car with Michelle.
You have to speak louder. I'm
Sorry.
too loud. I'm so loud.
You're so loud.
You do this.
I don't feel the need to yell at the people.
No, you have to. No, you're not yelling, you just escalated voicing.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine.
Because you're maxed out.
Okay.
And I'm halfway down.
I just won't look at you.
That's what she said. What did you say?
What?
You can. Just put this over here.
Okay.
Okay. Listen.
I know, but then it's in my face and people get mad.
they can just deal with that. I don't know. There's not a different option. If you do, look,
I said I got to ride in a car with Michelle, and now
do that.
that's worse. You made it worse.
I don't know. Babe. I can't do it. You gotta figure this out, babe. You gotta do this. You're like 37 or something. You know what I mean? Listen, what you need to do is put this lower and then point that.
I did.
They're very directional.
I did put it lower, and then it still goes up. I don't know what Sean did over here.
I know. The problem is see how my mic is perfect?
Yeah.
It's because I grease it up. Every live stream, I'm just beating the shit out of it. And he's like, you touch it too much.
He is hangry. That's true. Odyssey rider. That's
Maybe.
100%
No,
true.
honestly, I'm
blood
frustrated
sugar is
about
low.
this being flat.
I know, but it doesn't look like that in the light. So I think we need to take it outside and look at it.
Like, my problem is I got home, I was excited, and I put this on. I was
You
like,
didn't get a proof of that one?
I don't like that. A proof of what?
Like a final print proof?
Like a color proof?
Yeah, a final print
The
proof.
colors are right. That's not the problem.
No, I know, but you
No,
didn't get
we
a
did
final
not because
proof.
we were trying to get this done for pours.
Oh.
I think it just maybe like all of the outside is like foiled from now on. You know what I mean?
QA, QC. Next time.
Like you're not helping. Like that's crazy because like it's just like you're not. You know? Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? I didn't. How did Dan ever get her to be in public with him? I swear to Jesus. Listen, she said she would lay somebody out the night of the event, if you know what I'm saying. Like the event, like the fucking event.
Mhm.
For you,
Who said that?
Barry Texan.
Oh.
And I gave her a hug and I said, you're one of my favorite people now.
That's
And
very
now
nice.
she's being mean to me.
She was being nice to me, though, not you.
I know, but I'm pretty as hell. You know what I mean? The label looks fine on camera, lots of color. I know. It just
See, it's the lighting.
It's
When
something.
you face it this way, it's like in shadow and it doesn't look as good.
Yeah,
It just
maybe
looks
something like
really
that. I don't
dark.
know. It's super. Yeah, that's fair. All right. I don't know. All right. You're only going to get YouTube ads when you hit the video, and then you won't get any during the stream. I got it all figured out now. Okay, listen. I haven't talked about the event at all.
You've been holding out.
I've only talked about industry gossip that everybody's so mad about.
I heard. No wonder your blood pressure's so high.
What?
We should take your blood pressure.
I don't have blood pressure medication. That's rude as fuck.
I didn't say take medicine. I said take it.
Oh,
Just
take my blood pressure? It's high.
What are you talking about? Blue
This
Run?
is making it high, Pinky.
Yeah.
Because we got $3,000 of
Just chill
shit
out.
over there.
It's not that bad. It really is not.
I know
Especially
my
in the light.
expectations were so high, I
Yeah.
think is the problem. And that's not what I was looking for.
I think it looks good. I think also the dark whiskey with it is making it look a little different.
Yeah. I don't know. See, even with a little light, it's not great.
Joe
It's too flat.
O'Sullivan,
Looks
the
like
hardest
craft
working
paper.
person from Pours in the Park, and her husband. True that.
All right, Joe, shut the fuck up.
Chrissy Newberry for Riki Spa Day Fun for working her ass off this weekend and putting up with Dan's shenanigans.
I'll accept that.
Thanks, Chrissy.
I'll accept that. You know what? That was a nice way to phrase that.
In about 45 minutes, we'll talk about the event. We just got to lead into it.
Let's do it right now.
We need a couple more lead-ins.
All right, listen. We had a whiskey event. It was named Pours in the Park. I blended this today,
I swear to God.
and it's fucking great. I'm gonna be honest. I actually am mad. If this was like the blend in that bottle, I wouldn't give a fuck about the label on it. Like I wouldn't. Okay, let's talk about it.
Okay.
We had a whiskey event, and it was called Pours in the Park 2023. And there's going to be negatives and positives to this conversation. I'm sure Sean will want to have input eventually too, but he's on vacation right now. So, and we didn't stream last week. So I told Ricky, I was like, you should just stream with me tonight. That's how this came to be. So this, Reggie, I got to text you back. Shit's just been so wild, man. I'm so happy that you're in here. That's Chris Reggie. He's the one who just had the surgery.
Oh, hi,
He's
Chris.
in chat. Buddy, I'm so happy
Wishing you
that you're
well.
like talking, chilling, chatting. I appreciate it, buddy. I'm glad to see you. Thank you, Eric, for the super chat, buddy. So, the event, guys, I can't do it on here because it'll piss her off. Every time Ricky yawns, I like to stick my finger in her mouth. It's my favorite thing to do. And I just want everybody to know that. It pisses Riki off. It is one of my favorite things in my whole life that I get to take part in. How do you want to go about the event? Chat.
I think we should start in order of the day.
You know what? Before you do that, I asked you for your
'Cause
input.
then you start from positive to...
The shit show that was the bottle share.
I wasn't going to say
I'll fucking say it. My bottle share.
Okay.
Fucking shit show. Okay. So I was talking about people, okay, earlier that were super helpful and made the event significantly better. And also, some of these people made my life significantly better.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, that had to come out.
You can't name them individually. You're going to forget somebody.
Oh, I'm going to give the 3 people
Okay, go ahead.
with fucking names.
Okay.
You.
That's fair.
Thank you
You're welcome.
for doing everything so that Sean and I can enjoy the event.
Mhm.
Riki decided to do this last year, and she just said, if we'll set up a run of show, and then she's like, I'll manage it. And then as long as the run of show's okay, then you guys, I'll take care of everything, and you guys can. The reason people are coming to the event is to hang out with us and hang out with others. And so we want to hang out with, and we can't get to everybody, and I know that, but we want to hang out with as many people as we possibly can while we're there.
Mm-hmm.
So Riki's the reason that we can even see half of the people realistically, because if you weren't doing that, we would see a quarter of the people we're already not even seeing now. Like, it would be a lot.
Right.
This year, Riki took care of all the volunteers, the distilleries, us, a lot of shit. There was more shit this year to take care of even than last year. So thank you to you.
You're welcome.
You're very pretty.
Oh.
Also, speaking of pretty, huge shout out to Luke.
Yeah, Luke.
Because, and this is why I'm just going to say people's names, because some of these people 100% deserve
That's fair.
all of that credit.
That's fair.
Luke is an engineer like myself.
Luke's a real engineer.
Okay, that's crazy. But for real, Luke was the reason that this year, I texted him this earlier, but Luke was legitimately the reason that this year was significantly more organized. I was way more prepared and organized than I was last year. And the reason for
Agreed.
that was Luke. So
The week of, you were like, I think everything's done.
yeah, last year on Thursday, so the day before the VIP event, I was like, I don't know if this is going to happen at all. I might not fucking go. I said that last year on Thursday. I said, I don't think I'm going to go this year.
I think every year beforehand you go, we're never doing this again.
No, I said that this year because
said
of
that last
some
year,
bullshit.
too.
No, last year I said I wasn't even going to attend,
You
which
said
is
you were
different.
going on the way to the event this year. And then also at the end of the event.
Oh, I had like 4 fucking meetings.
Yeah.
This
There's a
year I
lot.
had, okay, and listen, is it my fault? Yeah. But there are meetings to be had too. So I had to have meetings with the people that needed to have meetings.
Yeah.
Some of the people I was not willing to. I said, if you're willing to have a meeting with me, then pick a day and time and I will be available, because I'm not like, they're not, I shouldn't be talking to some of those people.
Right. Fair.
And so I just had to take those meetings when I had to take them. But that all being said, Luke literally, like, we had 2 meetings here. Luke managed 74 spreadsheets. He managed profit loss from last year, starting this year. He managed profit loss this year. That's how we found out we lost like $8 or $9 grand last year, was because of Luke. That's how we found out how to not lose money this year, was because of Luke. And then that's literally the reason that, like, literally on Monday, the week of the event this year, I was like, there's like a little, like, we got to pack shit. But other than that, we're like, good. We're ready. So, and Luke was the reason for that. So huge shout out to Luke. Luke is the nicest person on the planet and the most helpful person. I mean, maybe ever. I don't know. And I fucking try to pay this fucking person. And he's like, nope. And he still won't accept. I swear to God, I'm going to just get his routing number and insert money into his bank account. He like won't take any money.
Like hide it in his truck.
He's like, I don't volunteer, so you'll pay me. That's what he said to me. I said, I didn't ask you to volunteer. Listen, if I reach out to you and I say like this, I need you to I need you to do this. Hey, here's the list. Please update it. That's work.
Right.
That's not a volunteer thing.
Right.
I don't reach out to volunteers and say, please, in your free time.
Right.
I was like delegating to Luke, and he's like, I'm a volunteer. That's not how it works. Somebody's got to explain to Luke how fucking jobs work. You know what I'm saying? It's the craziest shit in the world.
He has a job.
He's got
knows.
2. He's my Excel guy. He's got my Excel guy. Okay, next person. Brandon Spragoo.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Always and forever. He'll never see this. He's not watching. He hates us now. But
His dad is.
Chris Spragoo.
Yeah.
I'm going to see Chris tomorrow. So Brandon and Chris volunteered at the event on Saturday. Brandon sat at the VIP event at the door all night. And I told him to leave, like go away and shut the door. And he wouldn't do it. And Brandon took all of his time to sit at the VIP event at the door and let people in and make sure everybody like had their coins or their name was on the list, turn people away with you. Like Riki and Brandon were turning people away like motherfuckers.
He might have been accused of being a racist.
Brandon or you?
Brandon.
Yeah. Brandon turned somebody away and they said it was because they were black. So
That's not what she said. She said, why would you assume I wasn't invited to this
sorry,
event?
it was worse. That's what it
Which
was. I'm sorry, you're right. My bad.
Passive aggressively.
And Brandon was like, because it's a private event and you don't have a ticket. Like, it had nothing to do with the person themselves. It was crazy. Bo said, Luke taught Dan the sum function in Excel. Luke, or fucking Bo, I swear to Jesus, dude. I know so many macros, Bo, it'll blow your mind. You know what I mean? Bo's the one that we need to talk to. Bo, we need tickets to a thing. I don't know if it's you guys or not. I've been supposed to ask you for over a month. I just want you to know it's my fault. Okay, listen. So Brandon said that running the merch table was the move, though.
Yeah.
He's like, I got to talk to everybody still.
That's fun.
Like the VIP, he was separated, which is a bummer.
Right. And I kept telling him, I'm like, go mingle. And he's like, I'm fine.
Did he get some wings?
Yeah. He did go eat.
Good, because those wings are fucking crazy.
He did go eat.
Luke fun. Chris, I sent Luke money today. He said he declined it again, dude. I've sent Luke money 2 times. He fucking declined both payments. I even made it. I was like, it was for food. So, you know, you don't have to claim shit on taxes and whatnot. Because literally, I owe him money for food. Swear to God. Oh, Michelle said for Luke's Excel seller. See, now, Luke, you have to take this because none of it's for us. Just want you to know that. Okay. Also, a huge shout out to Ryan Alves.
Yeah.
Because I love Ryan. Ryan
was great.
Ryan is my forever, no matter what, come hell or high water, like fucking, I love him to death family. Like Ryan is
our kids know Ryan. And
Hol-
they've met him once.
Holden almost beat Ryan in fucking basketball once. It was crazy. Anyways, at a Dave and Buster's.
Maybe twice.
No.
Luna's met him twice.
Luna's met him 2 times?
When in Kentucky and then when we were in
Oh,
Florida.
no, she didn't mean it. She met Caroline in Kentucky.
Oh, I thought he was there.
Caroline's
Okay.
cool as fuck too. But huge shout. Ryan was the reason you guys could buy Virtue at
the
Pours.
event. Yep.
Jared from Barrel King was the reason we could make that happen. And then Ryan was the reason you guys could get it. Honestly, That's how that all worked. So literally huge shout out to Ryan. Like you guys wouldn't have had bottles without that piece of the puzzle for real. And Ryan fucking was the reason that we could sell merch there because Ryan was the one that showed me Zettel and the card reader shit. And then so you guys could use cards for payment.
Right.
That was Ryan too. So huge shout out. Brian Ferrari himself, dude. Pours in the Park 23, volunteer fun. Yes. So obviously huge shout out to the volunteers.
Yes.
Here's the thing. Volunteer shit got a little wild, little sideways. People weren't moving how they were supposed to move. Now, that all being said,
we're going to figure out a better system that I'm more involved in on the onset.
That's fair. Because you were managing them.
I didn't know like the shift thing until day of.
I know. Well, last year, Brandon managed the volunteers.
Right.
And we had less volunteers. So it was easier to keep track of like 4 to 6 people. Because last year, the only volunteers we had were for the front.
Right.
That's
and then
it.
shit got a little sideways because there wasn't like we moved people around. So things got a little confusing. But it'll be better next year.
Yes. So, and we'll have more volunteers next year because we should have just had extra rather than like making sure we hit the number.
If we had extra, then
like
we
4
could have just
extra or something.
tap people out. Yeah.
But some of the volunteers were really great and stayed through. The volunteers were supposed to be working like a 2-hour shift basically. And some of the volunteers stayed the whole time in their spot because they were needed.
Right.
And so huge shout out to them. They know exactly who they are. And we appreciate the hell out of you for doing that. I said thank you to them specifically while we were there, but thank you. Also, I already said thank you to Alec and Bradley because they both came to the event. That was cool as fuck. And
it was fun to meet them in person finally.
Yeah, and you said that Bradley was cute. So anyways.
I never said
one time.
What?
One
when?
time at dinner.
Oh, okay. We played Fuck, Marry, Kill, apparently. That means that I was telling other people that they were cute.
Yeah, that's how it went. So Ricky summed it up. So listen, then what was really cool.
Did I F him or marry him? We killed his dad.
You didn't say either.
Oh. We didn't?
No.
Oh. Okay. Go ahead. Keep going.
No, there was a really long. Who came up with the? Oh, you did, because you watched a lot of true crime.
Yeah.
Ricky was figuring out. Ricky knew how to get all the money at the end of it, and that was what it was purely based on. She said, which was nice to know. So Bradley's
Second
very
time you
cute.
marry for money. First time you marry for love.
What the fuck is that? Cook, you just step on the keyboard like that, you're gonna end the stream.
Come here.
No. Did you hear that?
Yeah, he's like,
That
he's
meow was
so
like,
mean
yeah,
to me.
that was like the most pathetic meow I've ever heard. Okay, anyways, listen. Why did Bove say that? Bove, what do you want?
He's always the kill.
Oh, okay, Bove.
In
I'm
Fuck, Marry,
sorry.
Kill.
Who is? Bove?
Both.
I can see that. That makes sense. He can get you tickets, though. Okay, listen.
Oh, that's a good one. Dan Rudnick for the 2024 Volunteer Uber Fund.
There you go. Come to find out, adults have a hard time figuring out they should stop drinking. Okay, listen. So before we get to negatives, because there were very few
No, I
negatives.
think we should start with like in order.
I know.
Yeah, okay.
So what
Are
I
you done
thought,
thanking
no, I'm
everybody?
not. What I thought was really cool about Alec and Bradley being there was they obviously sent a bunch of cigars for the event, right?
Yeah.
We never even discussed them like hanging out with the cigars. I think that was the coolest added thing, and
That
we didn't
was
even
so
plan
cool.
on it.
Yeah.
But it was like when you go over there, they can like help you pick one out.
That was a really cool experience for everybody there, I'm sure.
Yeah, like if you're into cigars, to meet Alec and Bradley,
Right.
and then for them to be at the cigar, basically the cigar booth,
Right.
was like the coolest fucking accidental kind of thing ever.
Mhm.
I thought that was so cool. Anyways, okay, I'm on to overviews. My phone says overview things.
Okay. We're gonna start.
Event number 1,
Where are you starting?
VIP.
VIP. Okay.
Yep, everything else is cool.
Right.
So I think the VIP went really well. We had a VIP at a beautiful spot, Godfather's Bistro in Shelby.
Way better spot.
Fantastic spot. There were 2 levels. We only had a couple. I would say there was like 1 or 2 problems we need to fix or notify people of in the future. Some people had bought pours from their bar.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't realize they were gonna have both bars open
Right.
without pours.
I didn't know that all of the things that we had set up ahead of time. That's how we need to phrase that. I didn't know all of the things that we had set up ahead of time. I didn't know that they were only at one when both were open. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So unfortunately, some people hit the top bar and then like thought that we had that was our thing too, and then they paid bar pricing for like crazy shit,
Yeah.
which sucks because bar pricing is high.
Right.
Listen, the way that I'll explain it is we had set up the VIP and we had set up those prices based on an agreement thing that were at the bar in the bottom floor. Those were that cheap because of how all of the things were there. And so we wanted the VIPs to come to the event. All the pours were set to an ounce and then have great prices on like a cash bar, basically.
Right.
Because a lot of those bottles on a cash bar would be $30 to $80 range prices on a 1 ounce pour. And we want you to come to a VIP event and then be like, it's a VIP event and now I have to spend $400 on 4 pours of whiskey? That's crazy.
Yeah, Joe O'Sullivan unfortunately got caught in that trap. It
You
looks like
did? Oh, shit, dude. I didn't even know you did. I wasn't even talking about you.
it's a learning experience. I don't know that you knew that would happen.
I found out literally with about 45 minutes left.
Yeah.
And I went and apologized to the person I knew it had happened to. I said, hit me up because I'll get you back on something.
Yeah. Julie,
I didn't
what was
know.
Luna excited about? What did she remember? The gifts? She
Oh my
remembered you.
gosh.
Remember what?
She was so. Yeah, I texted Dan and Julie and said they were so excited about the gifts.
Yeah,
It was like
yeah.
Christmas in our living room. Luna was like, "Oh my gosh, Barbies!" And then she's like, "I got 2 squishies and then or stuffies." And
She
then
brings
I got,
all 3 of them into the bed
every night.
Every night.
Every night she walks
Holden's
down with
and hers.
the starfish wormy. She brought Holden's axolotl down last night, and she brings the pig squishy down, and then she snuggles them and goes back to sleep. So Anyways, so I think the VIP went well. We got a lot of great feedback on the VIP. Like I said, it was at Godfather's. The nice part was you could go outside, which is awesome. The weather was amazing. We got so lucky. Weather was fantastic. You could go outside, you could go upstairs, or you could use the main floor. The food was included. People didn't know that. It's so hard to communicate with ticket holders when like the email stuff wasn't working.
Yeah.
We need like a new form of communication with people, and I don't know what it is. There's a Facebook group, but not everybody has Facebook. Not everybody's a patron. Like the emails didn't go to everybody. I don't know.
You do like text alerts. I don't really know what was going on with the email. We need to look into that more.
Yeah. I don't know. It was Gmail. It was just not doing shit, I guess. Brian Ferrari said, get on board, Junkies fam. No volunteers equals no event. No, it wasn't due to a lack of volunteer. It was due to we thought we needed like 10. We had 12, so I cut it off. We literally could have had 20, and that would have been fantastic, and everybody wouldn't have felt overwhelmed.
So next year, the spouse ticket is just have your wife volunteer, because a couple people did that.
Yeah, and that actually went really well.
It went great.
The wives who were volunteering were fantastic. So, okay, let's see.
What else about the VIP?
I don't know. Did you guys, if you went to the VIP, like we got a lot, like Jay said, the VIP was great.
I heard nothing but great things about the location.
Stag was $10 a pour. Like you guys, like that's a good thing. Like that's the thing is, like our top pour was $10 and our other pour was $5. So everything was 5 or 10. There were 4 gates there. There were Bardstown's, like big Bardstown bottles there. There were Stag Juniors there. Like there were a lot of cool bottles there, and they were like, you know, those were 10. And then we had like Black Cap Early Times Bottle and Bonds. We had our Barrel King picks, or our blend. We had Virtue there. We had Jack Daniel's Rise there. We had a bunch of like Penelope's. We had E.H. Taylor's there. Those, like a bunch of that stuff was 5. It was awesome, honestly. We had a Penelope Rio there that was 10 a pour. It was really cool. Triple Oak isn't even out yet from 4Gate. Like there were some really cool pours there. And honestly, the price, like I was so happy with the pricing on them.
Yeah.
And that they let us manage it that way. So, after the VIP, I went back and went to bed. That was great.
I didn't hear about any issues on Friday night.
No, me neither. I think everybody was pretty cool Friday night.
And it went so late too.
It went to midnight. Yeah. A lot of people Ubered to and from, very responsible, because it was like 18 minutes away.
Yeah, and I talked to a couple of people, and they're like, "Okay, that's it for me. I'm driving." So. Way to be smart.
Yeah, and listen, there were some people who got tanked on Thursday, which is like the day leading into the VIP.
Yep.
That corrective actions went to the VIP. Hey man, have a drink every so often here. Like,
right.
And it's like that's perfect, dude. Sometimes shit gets fucking little. Sometimes you didn't eat enough. Sometimes shit gets a little sideways, and then you got to correct. Correcting is like the important factor to set actions. Like shit happens, you know what I mean? It is what it is. But rotate volunteers would work really well. So that was what was supposed to be happening.
Yeah.
That's what Riki was attempting to make happen. And then some rotating wasn't happening, which unfortunately just caused other people to not be able to like have breaks basically. So, yeah.
I think with more people, we'll be able to rotate you guys in and out and have shifts more appropriately.
Well, and the nice part is with more people, you'd be like, yeah, just go grab food.
Right.
And then when you're done, come back. Like,
all
that's
right.
the thing.
Are we talking about the main event now? Because now we're talking about food.
Yeah. Thanks, Cook. Appreciate it.
All right. Shout out to everyone that helped us set up.
Oh my gosh.
There's so many people that come out to set up that literally don't have to. I mean, they're there they're paying to go to the event.
Yeah.
That's so nice.
Like our a lot of our like family people show up to help us out. Like people I call family like often.
Yeah.
Those like Dan and Julie and Will and Michelle came early last year and helped us set up. Mm-hmm. And Dan and Will last year I think probably put up the entire fence. Last year.
They're pros at this point.
And then this year, Dan's like, all right, where's the fence going? I'm like, let's just walk it out together. This year was the fencing area was bigger, right? We bought way more fencing. So last year was like 700 to 800 feet of fencing. We have to fence it in legally, and it has to be set up, tore down same day, which is the shitty part. So this year, me, Dan, and Will start walking, and I'm showing them where the fence is going to go. And Dan goes, what time are people getting here? And I'm like 11:30 noon. He goes, you think this will be done before or after the event? And I was like, here's the thing. This year you guys can start this way and I'll go the other way. We'll meet in the middle.
He underestimated himself.
Let it be known though. I beat him to halfway. I just want that. It's not important information. It's just information. You know what I mean? What? I beat them from the other side. Like we didn't meet in the middle. We met on their side. That's all if Dan's here, that's all. I just wanted to say that.
Julia will let him know if he's
You think
not.
he's getting, maybe his shoulders are tired, Poor Dan. Did we read all of these? Yep. No, we didn't read that one. Did they send it twice? No way. Blue cheers. If the ocean were whiskey and I was a duck, I'd swim to the bottom and never come up. That's a funny cheers. That's hilarious.
Can
All
I
right.
have my Stanley? Why'd you put it all the way over?
I didn't know. Did you bring that in? I just grabbed it and moved it. Sorry. I think it was in the mouse's
My
way.
emotional support water bottle.
All right. Will said, the hell you did. No, honestly, though, for real, the fence went in easier because the ground was really, there were times when I swear to God, you could drop the fence, the post pusher thinger, and it would just push the post into the ground. It was great. Last year, the amount of fence posts that got bent was significant, real high. This year, there was only a handful, so. Okay.
You should also get a nose ring. It says at 40.
Me? Are you saying that to me right now?
I don't really think that fits your vibe.
I will literally, instead of doing this from in the inside, I'll just do from here to here. And it's just the biggest fucking ring. And it rests on my lip. It's just heavy. But okay, Saturday event went really well.
Yeah.
Went perfect.
Yeah, it went well. The setup went great. The cops were great.
Yep.
There was 2 cops patrolling the event.
Everybody loved the cop riding the sheriff bike.
Yeah, he was so nice.
Everybody loved that guy.
The park guy was great. The park director, great.
He's great.
Larry and Jerry we had.
Larry, the bus driver?
Yeah, and
Sean?
Jerry, the park director.
Oh, the park director's name is Jeremy, but those are their staff that need for event, you call them.
Yeah.
We just don't. Yeah. Jeremy also, who's the overall park director, he's awesome. He
awesome.
calls
himself Jerry. Larry and Jerry.
I know Jeremy.
Right, but he
isn't Jerry.
He wrote down Jerry on my card.
That is Jerry.
Oh,
that guy you were dealing with is Jerry.
Gotcha.
Jeremy's the guy that Jeremy's the one that I go and Matt.
Oh, okay.
And he oversees the
so
whole
the guy
thing.
that came to talk to me though is
operations
Jerry.
or whatever.
Gotcha.
Okay. Apparently, guys, listen. There's another food truck problem. Here's the thing. Last year we had give or take 225 people at the event total. This year we had over 300 people inside those fences. I would say somewhere around 100 more people. We got 2 food trucks this year because last year
the line was too long.
The line was miserable, and the taco truck ran out of food and stayed long.
Yeah.
So this year we got 2 food trucks. Literally, it was so hard to get 2 food trucks. Sean was trying to find a different truck because they're you don't have enough people attending to get 2 food trucks. It's 1 truck per 300 people or something. And I'm well, last year that wasn't the case. 1 truck wasn't enough.
And they're booked out. In Michigan, this is food truck season. So
Yeah.
they're literally only run May through August
Yeah.
probably. And then they shut down.
Yeah.
So they're booked
Right.
out.
So the burger truck came. They came on no minimum, and we didn't know if they were showing up, swear to God. Sean confirmed a month out, but they were real hard to get a hold of. So they showed up, and then the food lines were still so long.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
I just don't know that they were equipped adequately to handle that. But I did hear
I heard
that
the
their
taco truck was fast compared to
heard that
the
the-
hamburger truck.
It was way faster. I heard the burgers were good for the people who got burgers. Unfortunately, I know people waited a long time, so sorry about that. We kind of got to figure
I don't know if we can do 3 trucks and hit minimums on 3 trucks.
I don't know. Maybe you just need another adequate truck. The
an ice
taco-
cream truck you want?
Listen, vote in
Do you want to
chat.
run a poll?
Yeah.
Let's run a poll.
Would you eat
Ricky's
ice
been
cream at the
pitching
event?
this, and then I learned that I was the only person who didn't agree. Should Pours 2024 have an ice cream truck?
I wasn't even saying that. I was just saying that maybe you need like another truck that is prepared like the taco truck. Those people were just hammering it up.
Professional
They were
as hell.
amazing. Yeah.
Well, Woe Taco's like real professional.
Yeah.
They also
They're
have
amazing.
minimums.
Right, that's fair.
Burger Guys was like, we'll be there. That was literally the whole conversation.
And that's how they
And
showed
that
up.
showed up?
Yeah.
You guys can blame Sean. Oh, Jimmy said had the burger and it was so fucking awesome.
I heard they were good.
I saw some onion rings. I'd have buried my face in those. Those look fantastic.
Yeah, and loaded fries.
Oh shit. Damn, I'm so hungry. Holy shit. All right, hold on. Damn, the ice cream truck is 82 to 18%.
Listen,
You don't get
When
to
you
vote if
know-
you're not coming.
when you know, you know.
Don't vote if you
You
ain't
know?
coming. Okay? I'll set up a watermelon tent.
Alexa goes, I just would be eating ice cream all day. Nothing else. And I'm like,
This-
yeah.
Maybe the ice cream truck comes from like 2 to 4, and then the
I
food
didn't
trucks
say
are
it
1 to
needed to
3.
be there the whole time.
Nobody's willing to be there the whole time. But here's the thing, like the burger truck ran out of food, right?
Listen, I don't know that it's fair to have like a minimum number of people when like people who've been drinking all day are going to want to put down some food.
This was the argument. The argument that was being made for us not having more trucks by food trucks was it's not a food event. At food events, you have more food trucks. That's the point. At non-food events, it's roughly 250 to 300 people per truck. And we said, okay, cool. So we tried that last year. We followed the rules. What is not being taken into consideration is it's a drinking event.
Right.
So
exactly.
if you're having drinks, you're like, I'm feeling snacky or whatever. You know what I mean? A snack booth with chips and candy. Yeah, I just almost like I don't know. I really like a fair truck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With just fucking sausages and fucking pizza slices and elephant ears.
fried
We
mushrooms.
need carnival food. Holy shit, I just realized that. They could be in the fence and stay the whole time. I would eat funnel cake the whole time. I'm in on that.
I'm shocked.
Maybe some apple dumplings.
Cinnamon rolls from the fair. Ooh, it's almost fair, babe.
My cholesterol's like, you got to stop now.
I know. If we're going on vacation, we probably need to slow
I think
down.
if I want to stay alive is more the concern. All right, you guys. All right, everybody wants an ice cream truck. Okay. At least we can do that for next year. Get Brandon's company a table next year. Easy food truck minimum. Yeah, that's fair.
There you go.
Because everybody's some good time. Just do you, buddy. Why does
Okay.
there it goes.
So other than the food truck and volunteers needing a mobile dispensary would help boost sales. I don't think we can do that in Michigan. Only in Bay City.
Give it a year though.
Bay City, you're allowed to smoke it in cafes, right?
I don't know. I don't want to learn the red tape behind
You know,
dispensaries.
I also don't think we need people
High
actively.
and drunk?
Yeah.
That's a
Listen,
good point.
After Saturday,
You get to pick one. How about that? You can pick one or the other. You cannot do both. You can't.
I don't want to be your mother,
You
but
can't do both.
right.
And you're not allowed to do meth, heroin, or crack.
Jesus Christ,
Because
right?
clearly that was, So anyways,
So the event went really well. I was a lot more busy this year. I felt like
there were way more people.
there was way more people.
I'd love to know how this works. I know we sold about 280 to 285 tickets. There were well over 300 people
Listen,
in the park.
people kept coming up at the park and were like, can we buy tickets? And I don't know if these people showed up, but these people with their cute little golden doodles were like, I'm taking these home and we're going to take a shower and we're coming back. I don't know if they did or not.
That's actually really funny though.
So lots of people were looking to join the event like locally. You should,
289 tickets sold. Okay, so yeah.
with
then-
volunteers.
Well, then you have volunteers, which we
plus
had 12,
us.
so that was over
Right.
300. Plus, like the small group that didn't have tickets, which
Yeah.
would push it to 310 maybe.
Yeah.
Plus all of the distillery staffs.
Yeah.
Oh
So
yeah,
you're
it was over
300.
320.
Yeah, for sure.
So there was 100 more people because last year it was like 220 at the park.
Yeah, so many people kept coming up and they were like, we knew like half of the people last year and now we know
Sure.
a third.
Sure.
So I think people noticed that it was a lot bigger. That space was way better. It just made a lot more sense.
Can I tell you what though? What was great?
What?
The fucking spot.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Literally perfect.
that's what I said.
I know, but I just wanted to like
Emphasize it.
pat myself on the back. I haven't done it once. That spot was fucking perfect. It felt intentional.
It did. It was
It felt
way
like
better.
listen, if it would have rained, plenty of indoor / under
Intense,
tent
yeah.
areas.
And there was a lot more shade.
Way more shade.
Yeah.
Like it didn't feel just like it wasn't a random open field.
Right.
Cornhole spot, good.
The cornhole people that ran that were amazing.
Goated.
You were like, they're not going to get it done. And they were like,
well, here's
hold
the
my
thing.
beer, chief.
They run cornhole tournaments.
Yes.
And they showed the fuck up and ran the damn cornhole tournament. Like motherfuckers. They're great. Sean knows them. I think he's related to him or something.
His cousin, he's related to everybody here.
Isn't that weird? That's
Oh, my cousin.
real redneck. Cutting down the road. Got me cousin. Heck about you fuck no. Like that's how some of them. It's crazy. Not the guys, not the cornhole guys didn't talk like that. It's just some of Sean's.
That's why he had to find Gabby in Detroit.
Dan, like, okay, hold on. I didn't read this and I wanted to. Dan, like, this is why I was making fun of them for the fence post. He said, you didn't ever do half. We had to go around the bathroom, around picnic tables, which we moved each one. While you went in a short, straight line, we also had to redo half of yours. Okay, not all of that's true. Probably like half to 2/3 of that's true. I did go in a line, but I went up a really steep hill, like super steep. I was out of breath when I got up there. Okay. So
Hence the diet conversation.
I shouldn't need to exercise. That place, like that spot was recommended by the park. When I went down to meet the park director last year, I had to go meet him, so we were allowed to have the event there because the park has to approve it. So I went down and met him, and we hit it off. And he goes, dude, do you have a minute? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, if you have a minute, I'd love to show you a space that would work better for your event. We were worried that this space wasn't as secluded as the last space. The last space was the most secluded spot in the park. Nobody could walk by it. Nobody runs through it. None of that. This spot, even though it was less secluded, was so perfect. The fencing, honestly, was like the fencing. It has to be there for the alcohol aspect of the event, but it worked perfect for like dual purpose. Like it didn't let public people in. People came up and approached it or whatever.
Yeah, it was good.
But people didn't like walk into the event, walk through the event when they weren't supposed to be there. It was honestly like I wouldn't move from that event, that space, unless we were going to move it indoors entirely.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
it was good.
Pours in the Park 2024 will just be in the same spot in the park.
Alec, no, I killed your dad.
Okay, Alan's in here though. So this is the thing.
Well, we were playing a game.
Okay, and it was because your dad probably has the most money.
Because he sold his company. I don't know if I married you or your brother, though. I'm sorry. But I was hoping you'd inherit, was the point of the story, because I watch a lot of true crime.
She shortened it to whoever inherits the money is the Mary, is literally what she said. Just, I don't know. She's not a good person.
Julia had 15,000 steps at the end of the event. She said I wasn't sitting down.
It was wild.
I felt like it was busier this year.
It was way busier.
There's more people.
More volunteers.
I don't know why I was
distilleries.
busier, though.
There was more everything.
Yeah.
There was more, because last year
The
you interacted
volunteers.
with the distilleries too.
Yeah.
But the distilleries, there were like 5. They were in a line. This year there were 8.
Yeah.
There were also people were more spread out. Like,
We got to figure out the sound system shit. You need bigger speakers.
okay,
or something.
well, this is the thing. And this isn't, I'm not like, it just wasn't planned this way. I bought those so that we could spread them out and point them in 2 different directions.
Yeah.
Bardstown, Ron thought that we rented those with the space.
Right.
So
yeah.
he
So
snagged
he
them
used them for
the tasting
thing. Yeah.
or the sensory experience, which we got great feedback on the sensory experience.
Right.
But he's like, I had no idea those weren't yours or those were yours. And he's like, I'm so sorry. You can use them. And I'm like, well, I don't want to tear them away from this because like they look valuable for this.
Yeah.
So needless to say, I don't know. We had the right amount of tents. We didn't need the 1 tent at all.
Right.
But we'd already booked it and
would've-
paid for it.
Yeah, but if it would have rained though,
I know.
you got to have enough space for
Indoors
everybody
is supposed to fit like 100 comfortably. That's standing comfortably.
I don't know.
You
I
can
didn't
go on
feel
both
like it was
sides of
that
the
big.
chimneys.
Okay.
And you would have the tables and chairs not in there.
Yeah, that's fair.
But the other 2 tents, like the inside with the other 2 tents, it's like, I don't know. What do you want to like? Everybody's like really close to each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So needless to say, I heard nothing, literally nothing, but absolutely phenomenal things. You guys owe Ron Miles the biggest fucking thank you. Ron Miles, who works for Bardstown, who's in chat, Ron was like, dude, what if we do like either a sensory or a deconstruction or a tasting experience? Something like, let Bardstown do something at the event. Just like a little, maybe it's like a half hour to an hour. And it was like, all right, cool, man. If you guys want to do that, that's cool. And he's like, let's just do it and see how it goes. Everybody that walked out of that I talked to that went to it mentioned it. Like everybody I talked to was like, that was so cool. I've never done anything like that. They ended up doing a sensory panel. So there were like these pairings. So you try it and then you taste the thing and you try it and you like see how it changes. It's the coolest fucking idea. It went incredibly well. Also, they brought the coolest mobile bar on the fucking planet.
Yeah.
And parked it in there.
And the woman driving it was like, I don't drink. I just drive this around.
So, which is why they hired her.
So
She's like, I don't drink. I just drive the car. You know what I mean? It was like, listen, Bardstown showed up last year. They did.
Yeah.
Bardstown showed up this year though.
Yeah, it was great.
Ron is fucking goated. Ron like puts on for our event, which is so fucking cool. Like it's the coolest thing. They had awesome whiskey for everybody to taste. Disco 8 was there, which is fucking amazing. Green River was there. You could go play the game. Like Green River, the Green River bottle, you can like, it comes with a coin and they've shaped their bottle for this like bar game where you flick the coin under the bottle and it catches it in the back.
That's cool.
You could go to their booth and play the game. Like
that's cool.
They like showed up and were super prepared for everybody to like have a good time, which was really fucking cool.
Yeah.
So
super cool.
Yeah.
And I think it showed you that people would be willing to do things like that at the event, which was nice. Kind of like a guinea.
It showed it perfect because what it showed was what we can do in the future is schedule those out. I talked to Ron about this very briefly, but we can schedule those things out ahead of time. Bardstown can do one. If the Penelope should be in Michigan. If Penelope will come, they could do one. Yeah. Like Ron was like, Sean, you guys could do an Omen one, like a deconstruction of the blend for the event. So you have each component and that. But like doing those things, if they only take 30 to 45 minutes, the one was 45 minutes. So you don't have to schedule everybody's day out for them.
Well, and people could pick if you had different ones.
You just pick one.
You could pick
They're
one.
like, we could throw up a free ticket or a free add-on on the website.
Yeah.
And then people can sign up like that. When you get there, you know at 2:00 you need to go there. Like it's really, we could make this really easy for everybody.
We would have to make sure the speaker situation was good if we had
it was
more
good
than
inside.
One, so that people could hear when they're
what time it was.
Yeah.
Set an alarm.
Yeah.
Be a fucking adult.
Wow. We haven't got to the be an adult part of this.
At least 50. You know?
Yet.
Like, listen,
you're missing super chats.
Ben Isaacs, take a note from Dan's playbook next year and 100% wear my cornhole barrel head like a Flavor Flav clock necklace. Listen, dude, those barrel heads were so fucking cool, man. He killed those fucking barrel heads. What is that?
Those were the was that what the winners
the
got?
cornhole trophies?
I saw
they were so cool. Okay, hold on. Where? Exercise
That's
for
fair,
bacon.
Joe. That sounds like Dan's motto.
He's a nurse. I just want that to be known. Medical professional in theory, at least. So, Toasty Bake, thank you for the 50, but that's a lot of money. Cheers, Dan and Ricky. Not bummed. I missed Pours since we threw my daughter a great third birthday on Saturday. That's awesome.
That's more important.
Which is why I couldn't come, but Pours in the Park sounds epic. I'd love to attend the next one. Please don't pick the first week of August next year. I'm going to be honest. Listen to me right now. The park said, we have the first Saturday in August open in that spot. That's what they said when I called them. I said, then book that one. They didn't have it. I swear to God. So that park, what most people don't know, that park was completely full on that day.
Yeah.
Every spot in that
last
park
year too.
had an event on that day. They're booked. We have to book that spot almost a full year in advance to get that spot for us. So like I'm gonna have to book that like very soon. Again, if we want to do it again type thing. So but I don't know. I think the spot was perfect. I do too. The park is always great. They come clear out the trash cans. They came and cleaned up glass that was broken. Like somebody hit a glass with a cornhole bag.
They sent 4 people.
They don't like
to pick up that glass.
They don't complain. They're just like, all right, we'll be right there. Like I went and asked him, I go, hey, somebody just broke up glass playing cornhole. And the guy riding the sheriff bike, he goes, did they make it at least? Like they were like really great, honestly. So
Distilleries were great. All of them were great.
The distillery
Always
this year was better.
Super kind.
This year, the
Super
distilleries were
nice.
better than they were last year. There was a distillery last year that was not invited back. You know who the fuck you are because you were the only distillery not there when you were there last year. But because they showed up with jack shit and didn't plan anything ahead of time and then asked for shit when they got there. That's crazy. Don't do that to me.
I don't remember that.
Because you can't listen. I ahead of time was like, do you need a table? Do you need a tent? We prefer you bring your own. Because obviously have your own branding.
Right, that's fair. Can we tell who's confrontational in this relationship and who's not?
Yeah, I don't want to fucking deal with it. That's great. Listen. Planning this event this year, which was literally easier than last year, took me 3 to 4 months this year.
Yeah,
and then you come
I feel
fuck
like
my shit up, and it pisses me off.
I feel like what people don't understand is, or maybe don't appreciate, or don't really care
Clearly
about,
something.
is the fact that Dan and Sean were opening a distillery,
Listen,
a physical location,
yes.
working on licensing, which apparently anything with licensing takes months to years. We're not sure.
Yeah, so far.
Trying to make all of the spaces here where we're at presentable for certain people to come visit. And then also on top of that, planning the event with, all the volunteers.
So that's
there's
the
a
thing.
lot of shit happening, which I don't feel like a lot of people understand or maybe care about.
I think a lot of people understand. I think people stop caring at some point. Listen, Sean was at Virtue literally nights, at through the day into nights for 1 whole month leading up to the event, trying to get everything done that needed to be done at physical location. So he's working his ass off at Virtue. I'm working my ass off to get Pours in the Park as organized as possible. And then...
Well, also working on the licensing and the branding for Virtue.
Right. And then on top of that, trying to run Bourbonjunk. Sean and I are still getting content out. We're still trying to podcast. We're still trying to, we haven't missed the uploads on the videos. And then on top of that, any normal emails, Patreon messages, meetings.
Right.
We can say, just normal shit.
So all that to say, if the fuse seems short...
The fuse isn't fucking short. The fuse isn't short. The fuse is what I like to call the exact correct fucking length. And there ain't nothing right. It'll never be longer.
Hey, don't let him mess up your
He does
couch.
that. He's a fucking ass. It's just, listen, the fuse is what it is. Be fucking cool. There's one rule, and everybody fucking knows it. Everybody in this chat knows it. I would never even had to say it. If I would have just said to everybody in this chat, what's the rule? Everybody would have just spam be fucking cool or don't be a dick. Everybody spam the same thing.
Everybody at the event was great. I think there was one person that I was warned was a little bit inebriated. If you were wearing blue shorts, it might have been you. But everybody was great at the event.
I got blue shorts.
There was no... you didn't at the event.
Oh.
No, everybody was fine. Everybody was fine at the event, right?
The event was great.
No issues,
The event was
no
awesome.
drama
Nope.
that we were made aware of,
Nope.
which was great.
The shuttles worked. People took them. It was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, it was great. I think that helps people be
Honestly,
responsible, which
I had
is
a-
important.
I had a lot of fun on Saturday at the event.
Yeah.
I got really tired at the end.
Yeah.
I had a weird wall
Yeah.
of hey man, somebody needs to punch you in the face to wake you. I was in a weird space.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I think you just
Me
got
and Sean got
tired.
into an argument
Yeah.
because we were both just fucking. I was exhausted. I went over and hugged him. I told him I loved him.
Mommy and Daddy were fighting.
Ricky's like, not here, not now. And Sean and I just argue about dumb shit all the time. It's
They
fucking
do.
what it is.
They do, and then they always kiss and make
We've known
up.
each other
Always.
for 20 years. What do you want to think?
They're like brothers, honestly.
I walked over and we gave him a hug.
Jason C was wearing blue shorts.
No way was Jason the fucking problem, was he?
I don't know who Jason
Oh,
is, but
Mash
remember,
and Drum?
no,
Ain't
it
no
wasn't.
way Kalori
It
was the
wasn't him.
fucking
I know
problem.
him. Remember last year when that guy was chipping the putting
That was
green
funny as fuck, but yeah, it was a problem.
over the fence.
That was fucking hilarious, but it was a problem. Yeah, it was funny as shit, though.
I don't feel like anything like that happened this year.
No, that was really funny.
That was the guy you had to put to bed last year. So
Yeah.
honestly, what I thought
he was
that was going to
very
be
nice this year, by the
Right.
way. Talked to him. Very nice.
It's great. What I thought that was going to be the worst. We're going to have to put somebody to bed.
Yeah,
But
did
listen,
that.
I want you to know that I fucking called it.
You did.
When we were at dinner
Yeah.
on Friday night, anybody that was there
No.
will call it. Somebody said something about
Yeah.
this person. And I said, that will be the drama.
Twas
Twas
the
the drama.
drama. I can't believe Jimmy was like, it was Chloe, dude. Fucking Chloe was great. Literally left sober.
Yeah.
Like, Chloe's fucking
He had
great.
to travel that night.
Yeah, it was Cam, dude. It was drums and dram. That motherfucker, that little motherfucking belt
Chrissy,
bitch.
you were safe. It wasn't you.
Now everybody was wearing blue
I know.
shorts is
They're
fucking
like,
nervous.
Listen, if you think you were the problem,
Do you know their name?
maybe you were the problem. No, I have
All
no
right,
idea.
we'll never know who it was, so you don't have to even,
Somebody told me, so whoever told me.
Here's
is
the
one
thing:
that
were
will
they a
know.
problem at the bottle share?
No,
Then you weren't a problem.
you weren't a
It's
problem.
as simple as that.
Listen, I don't think that if you get very drunk and take care of yourself, you're a problem.
I agree 100%.
I think,
You got to recognize where you're at.
yeah.
That's important.
I also
was
think when you
tanked the other
get
day.
so inebriated that you lose all ability to take care of yourself, that's what pisses me off.
Well, here's
Because
the
then
thing.
you're putting that responsibility on somebody else. Because
or
you
Sean.
and Sean,
Yeah.
because your name is on the event.
Yeah.
That's the part that pisses me off
Yeah.
is that ultimately the person that's going to have to take care of you is the people who's liable for the event.
Can I also tell you the other thing? That the part that like bummed me out, the part that bummed me out was last year, I got to truly listen. The bottle share is the least, clearly, we found this the fuck out this year, the least organized part of the event. Okay. It takes the least amount of work, takes the least amount of effort, takes Sean and I nothing. I fucking call, I rent the conference rooms. The hotel's really great about all of this stuff. They're very gracious to let us do these things. It's hard to find a hotel that's willing to let you operate this way.
100%. I can't even believe that they let that happen.
This year,
They just don't
probably not
care
next
about
year.
everybody
So
else.
anyways,
They're
what,
like,
what bothers me is the Friday VIP is a lot of planning, and it's a lot of money, and it's a lot of time, and it's a lot of things. And the VIP is never, not never. It's been 2 years. It wasn't the problem the first year. It was even better this year, and it was not a problem this year.
yeah.
I truly believe the VIP. I truly believe as a whole, the event was better this year than it was last year, and that's
Agreed.
important because I think that it needs to get better from year to year. Like we need to tweak things and change things to make the experiences better. The tickets were more expensive this year. The event needed to be better this year. That's
Yep.
how it works.
Yep.
So, all of that to say, the bottle share is the least amount of work and it's the least effort. And now it will be the most work and the most effort. And I want people to know that because of about 7 of you, we have to fucking do more work now. If you guys even want to have this happen again. It's a bummer.
It's a
But what
bummer.
happens is when people, I mentioned this earlier, but the corrective action is important. If you get tanked on one night and you have corrective action, we're good. Everything's cool. If you get tanked on one night and then you get tanked on another night and you cause problems both nights, you're fucking out. We now have to have some form of list or something where you can't come for a year now. You have to be out. I don't want to spend my Saturday night, which is in my mind, post planned event. If Saturday's over and the event's that cricket, Cookie, get the fuck on it, dude.
It just started too during your monologue.
If you're going to come to the event and you're going to enjoy the event, hopefully, right? And I think I really do. It sounds like most people join the event. If most people join the event and have a good time, then Sean and I get to have a good time at the Saturday part because the event's over, right? Like we're off. We did it. The event's done. Nothing else that's like planned. The food was there. Everything's done, right? Like it's good. It really is good. We get to enjoy Saturday. If you ruin our fucking Saturday after we've worked months on this shit, it's just such a fucking bummer.
I mean, here's the other thing too. I mean, not that we would ever want it to be this way, but I mean, it could just be everybody goes wherever the hell they go after
To their rooms.
the event. And we don't all stay in the same hotel and we don't hang out on Saturday night because we literally can't take the liability, right? Like, I mean, there were people who literally didn't know where they were going. They were so inebriated that they were just like left to the whims of the world. And people going to jail. I mean, we're all adults here.
What's going to happen is like you're not going to be able to come to the bottle share if you don't have a room at the hotel. Like that's going to be one of the rules.
I mean, unfortunately things have to be put into place to protect the event, or else we just don't have a bottle share. Everybody goes
I
wherever
know,
they
and the
go
shittiest part
after
is
the
that's
event.
like a lot of
which
people's favorite
sucks.
part,
Right.
right? Like, so, like, listen, there are options. You can't come to the bottle share unless, you know, like it was an add-on ticket and that has your name attached to it now or something, right? And then somebody has to sit and check everybody. Or you can't, the bottle share, you bring a bottle of the bottle share, it has to go behind this person who's going to pour for everybody from the bottle share shit. And then there's literally lines the whole time to get a pour of whiskey because it can't be managed. What happened was people drank too much and then couldn't take care of themselves. And it wasn't just one person. So if you were one of the people, don't feel like you're the only one because there were fucking more. But the problem is you can't be, don't be selfish. That's so fucking selfish.
I think that's the problem. Like I said, I just feel like when you get that inebriated, whether or not you meant to, that's fine. But we're all adults at the end of the day. So you're responsible for what happens in that situation. You are putting the responsibility on us, on me, Dan, Sean, Gabby. That's not fair for us. It's not fair for Dan and Sean to spend all night cleaning up messes. It's also not fair for the hotel. There were multiple people vomiting in the bathroom. There were
Empty
phones,
bottles of whiskey in the bathroom.
empty bottles of whiskey in the bathroom, phones in the toilet.
Listen, here's the crazy part.
It's not a college frat party.
We do have to.
It's
we do
an
have to like
establishment.
overarch like 99.9% of people were great. Like that's the shitty part, right?
I mean, 99.9% of people definitely were great through the
But-
whole weekend.
And honestly, 95% of the people don't even know what happened. So it was like weirdly quiet enough that it was like, oh, I heard somebody was really drunk, moved on with their life. Like it wasn't a huge show. It wasn't a huge whatever, but most people didn't even know what was going on, where it happened, who it was, when it happened, whatever. I don't want to organize an event for everybody and then babysit at the bottle share.
No.
And like Will mentioned, so the tribe has an event. You don't know this part. So the Whiskey Tribe has an event in Austin, right? They have it at their distillery. Yeah.
Twice.
Been there
Once or
twice. They have it at the distillery. Everybody stays at the La Quinta, which is a hotel. And then they have a bottle share at that hotel afterwards, right? After the event, the day event.
Yeah.
Ours is laid out extremely similar, except we have a VIP. That's the difference. The tribe's event is we've modeled ours off things we like from their event.
They have a creator thing, right?
They were having creator things. I don't think they're doing the creator thing anymore, but we've modeled our thing off the parts we liked of that, off the parts we liked of Whiskey Weekend. We've just subtracted things we didn't like or didn't enjoy or didn't think were worth whatever, right? If something costs a lot and people don't enjoy it, then we're like, why would we do that, right? Mm-hmm. So we took different parts of each event and we modeled ours like that. The problem is the tribe guys don't go to the La Quinta.
Right.
So Will said like they don't sanction it, but they don't even attend it.
Well, I mean, that's the thing.
Well, but that's
then your name's not on it. But how shitty for everybody else who drives all the way there and you want to hang out with these people.
Well, that's the thing. I also like that's a fun time for us to go and shoot the shit.
Right.
And it does give us more time to meet and hang out with everybody. Like this is the thing, right? As this thing grows or shrinks or does whatever it does,
shrinks.
Somebody's like, just invite less people. And I was like, ticket prices can't be the same. That
Right.
becomes the other problem, right?
Yeah.
Like 150 people come and we just lost $30,000.
Yeah,
Like
right,
that's the other
right.
part. So bounce the cricket. Jermaine, dude, I'm with you. And I don't know where the fuck it's at,
Zach
man.
said he's singing a whole album.
Hold on. I got Tommy's fucking cricket killers or whatever sitting over here. If you plug this into the wall, the crickets go away.
Yeah. We have those at the Airbnb we're at, remember? It's like a little plug-in that helps get rid of pests. Well, he's over there somewhere because when you walked over there, he was like...
Because they get behind like the little stone. Now here's the thing. I had 3 drinks at the bottle share. Let it be known. One of them was something I don't think I'm even allowed to say what it was.
One was a really big drink. Remember?
That was the last one.
You were
That was the
like,
last
put it all
official
in there.
drink. That was the last one. Because Listen, and I know that shit happens. This is the thing. I know shit happens. I know it does. And those things take a little time to work. You're just going to have to fucking bear down. You're going to have to limit the attendance going forward? No, you're not. Liability isn't going to get crazy. Tater, we had liability insurance. Like, this is the thing. I had it for 300 people. It's hyper affordable. Like, legitimately. The problem, listen, the bottle share last year was a relatively similar size. We had one not even real problem. Help somebody back to their room, and the whole night was great.
There were no issues last year.
This year, I think realistically we had 4 problems this year at the bottle share, like real problems.
I mean,
and I swear to Jesus, and I know you're gonna watch this. If you try to get somebody to hook up with my wife, I'm gonna beat your fucking ass. Like, I got to do that, right? And I need you to understand, because I know you're gonna see this. I need you to understand that, right? So if you do that again, you're not fucking allowed to come back. That's fucking crazy. You can't do shit like that. That's how these are the laws.
I think there were 4 people problems, but I think overall the issues at the hotel, people didn't treat the hotel with as much as respect as people weren't puking and pooping all over the bathrooms last year that I know of.
Not that I knew of, but I don't.
There weren't like phones in the toilets and like bottles left in the bathrooms. Like, that's a public space.
Yeah, we were in the lobby.
Yeah, if you need to empty your bottle of whiskey in the bathroom, maybe go back to your room.
Yeah.
Right?
But if you get too drunk, just go back to your room.
Go to your room. And if your room's not there,
don't come.
You should.
No, don't fucking come.
You should have arranged. No.
Next year? No. No, right?
You should have arranged some way to get home or some way to get to your hotel or had a hotel. I think that's the point of the story, right? Like, we're all adults and you should be responsible for yourself.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
yeah.
What would you do in a normal situation? You just get so drunk,
I don't know,
you have
half
nowhere
of those
to
people
go.
would have just tried to drive. That's the thing.
Yeah, I mean, that's
what was
the other
happening,
thing.
right?
Like, don't do that. Don't fucking do that. Like, I drive my kids around. Other people drive their kids around. Like, what the hell are you doing? Don't try to get in your car. There were several people that told us they were going to drive who clearly were not.
We just
capable
can't.
of
People
driving.
outside the hotel can't be there. That's just like, I don't know how we're going to figure this part of it out. I don't want this part to go away. This is a very cool part for almost everybody, and almost everybody behaved. So I don't want it to go away. I really don't. The problem is it has to change now, and it has to become a planned work and event part of the thing. It has to.
Yeah.
It can't just be, we rented the rooms, you guys be cool. Because we tried that. Year 1, it worked actually pretty well. Year 2, it didn't work well enough. I'm not doing it. So, and I'm not doing it anymore. You know what I mean?
I think, and if you feel like you were the problem, and you probably were the problem, so sorry. I mean, I think.
Why the fuck are you sorry?
No, I just mean, I think what people should realize is how shitty it made it for Dan and Sean. And like, honestly, Dan was saying, I'm never doing this again. Like, I'm never going to do this event. It overshadowed the entire experience that night. That was all that we could think about, we could deal with, we could handle. And it ruined the whole day. Now, I think in retrospect, we can appreciate the parts of the event that were good. Right? Friday and Saturday.
We can 100%. The VIP was phenomenal.
Yes.
No problems. Saturday, day event, phenomenal, no problems. The shitty part is, I don't want to babysit you old fucks. And you don't want to babysit my old ass. No. Right? So
we had babies. They had a babysitter.
You gotta take care of your fucking self. We're all old fucks here. Let's just fucking deal with our own shit. And listen, if you want to get tanked, you got to do it in your room. And you got to stay in your room. And I don't care if you get tanked. Just stay in your room. It's fine. It's such a bummer that because the handful of people were bad enough, in my personal opinion, that we even have to discuss 5 people at a 300-person event. Like discussing individuals at an event with multiple hundreds of people is fucking insane. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to be honest, Topher, because I saw you in chat talking shit. You're probably like fucking 5'4", sitting in your basement right now, fucking chill. You know what I mean? It's as simple as that. Dude, I don't know.
Who's Topher?
I don't even, just somebody in chat talking shit. This is the thing is, you guys got to realize that it's just too much fucking work and time for us to not be able to enjoy it or something ruin it. Like Sean was pissed the next morning. I was mad the next morning. And it's such a bummer.
And it ruined it for other people. I mean, you can see so many people in the chat that were like, I went to bed early. I talked to Garrett.
Garrett was like, when we heard the cops came, we just went to our rooms. Yeah. And so it's just one of those, Dan, I 100% will, but it's just one of those things where when you guys, we didn't invite alcoholics to an event. We're not having an alcoholics get drunk event together. And that's how almost everybody was great, right? Yeah, bakery, that's a good fucking point, isn't it? Guys, I got down there at 7:15, and Sean and I and Riki weren't done dealing with people until 1:30 in the morning. From 7:15 to 1:30. And it wasn't hang out with everybody. It wasn't, I was up till 3 that night, and I hung out with people from 1:30 until like 2:45 and went to bed. And that was it. And I don't want to hang out with people for an hour and 15 minutes at 1:45 in the morning. I really would like to hang out with people from 7:15 till whenever I want to go to bed. You know what I mean? The cops were fucking great.
The cops were there the whole time.
Huge shout out to the cops down there.
They were great. They were very nice.
The Clarkson cops, fucking amazing. We worked with them last year. We worked with them this year. They were fucking awesome. Auburn Hills cops that showed up, they were fucking awesome. So huge shout out to the cops.
Was it the county? I think it was the county.
That showed up. They were great.
They were great.
They were fantastic, and they seemed very nice, and they were very helpful. And you know what? They were cool. They were very cool.
They literally said to me, "You can have an event like this, and 9 times out of 10, everybody's cool, and then you get that one person." And I was like, "Yeah, we got her.
Yeah, we did.
We got her.
Yeah, we fucking did. She'll never see this, but yeah, we did."
No, she won't. She's probably calling the FBI.
I would imagine she's snorting fucking hard drugs right now. Is what I'd imagine. Man, I'm gonna be honest.
It had to have been drugs. I mean, the
walked
paranoia.
a person into the, what do you call it, where they keep all the snacks at a hotel pantry?
Yeah.
And I said, if you don't chill, somebody's gonna beat your ass. Like, not me, but there's a lot of women out there that you're pissing off, and eventually you're just gonna get your ass beat. Like, it's the craziest shit in the world.
Yeah.
And she looked at me. She's like, "I'll shut this whole thing down." That's what she said to me.
I might call the FBI.
It's the craziest shit I've ever dealt. Listen, I feel like I've dealt with some shit. That's the craziest shit I've ever dealt with in my life. Top three. It was crazy. Eric said she technically assaulted me. So, Jermaine,
wait, did she try to pick you up, Eric? Was that you?
She tried to pick up. I know a few people. I don't know if it was also Eric.
No,
I know
like physically picked. She physically tried to pick somebody up.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, I didn't know that. She was literally 100 pounds.
Yeah.
She looked like a meth addict. I mean, what's the weight loss drug? Not Ozempic, but like the ones you're not supposed to take. The ones that are illegal in most states.
I'm sure it was meth.
She's on some fucking.
I don't know. She didn't have sores on her face. I don't think. It was something. It was something.
If the FBI is letting her run around, they can't be that good at their job, said Bo. Listen, here's what I do want to say. Because we've been bitching for like an hour. I appreciate the fuck.
Has it been that long?
I don't know, probably. I appreciate the fuck out of everybody who showed up, everybody who was cool, everybody who was nice, everybody who shared whiskey with other people, everyone that took their time to listen. Listen, I moved everybody out of the lobby 2 or 3 different times to go in the conference rooms because of the situation. Everybody was great. Everybody listened. We moved people out of the courtyard, I think, 2 or 3 times just for certain stuff.
Yep.
Everybody was really great. I just appreciate the fuck out of everybody who went and just acted fucking cool. Just be cool. We have literally like a community rule. It's just be cool, and you just fucking nailed it. Almost everybody nailed it.
Yeah.
If you didn't nail it, try again in 2 years. You got to fucking time out.
Yeah,
real
we
quick.
had to tell people to quiet down a little bit. And people
Whatever,
were
that
very,
happens.
Yeah, and people were
that
very
happens.
nice and kind. Tim, she called me Miss Bitch.
That's
not
when
Dan.
shit escalated significantly.
And then
No, I wouldn't have cared if she called me a bitch. I didn't care
and
about
then
that.
I thought Dan was gonna hit a woman.
No,
so I was like,
never,
Sean was like,
never.
Sean was like,
Never.
everybody get out, and I'm like, I'm just gonna make sure
Never would I ever.
everything
But
is cool out here.
I would have held her down so you could hit her, though. Like 100%. Like, I'd have been like, hey, oh no. And then you could have, like, you know what I mean? Just a couple, maybe. I don't know. But listen, don't come and disrespect my fucking wife either. Like, that's not, you guys don't.
I wasn't mean to her. I
You
wanted to be
are.
known. I was like, we just need you to get back to your room.
So this is the thing. So Topher's like, Dan's not tough. That's what Topher said, right?
Oh.
So whatever. Topher's a bitch. Okay, so we're gonna move on. So what happens is, I mean, Topher, like, listen, I'm still right now so much stronger than you. It's crazy. So anyway, and I'm like weak now, and I'm just still like, I don't know, you know. But anyways, what I want to say is, what you don't understand is like, the people in this community are family. Like, this is the thing, right? So like, it's not like you have a problem with me. It's like hey, I yell Night Angel and Tommy and Ivan and like some bad motherfuckers walking around. And then like, it's just like, this is, guys, the reason it's not a public event is specifically for this.
Right.
Right? The reason it's not a public event is so we don't have these problems. That's the only reason. Guys, I promise you, I swear to Jesus, if this is a public event, Sean and I would make a shit ton of money having a whiskey festival in the state of Michigan down by, especially in that park.
Right.
If we would sell tickets publicly and we could move 500 to 1,000 tickets, which public events like these are things that public events do, right?
Right.
Fair Topher, I appreciate that. I love you. All right. See, this is the fucking, we're allowed to like fuck around with each other in the community and be assholes and then be cool and it's all cool, but that's why it's not a public event. If it's gonna be treated like a public event, it's gonna be shut down because I don't have no interest in. I don't care about money enough to host a public event. I just don't fucking want to do it. And if we do, there will be security there, and there will be police there, and there will be like it'll be a different event, and it won't be as much anywhere near as much fun. So, people, what we're gonna do, and I'm sure Sean will just be on board with this. We're gonna implement like a fucking timeout list for adults. Okay. If you come around and you fuck up and I hear about it, you're off the list for a year and you can't buy a ticket. You can come back in 2 years and try again. We're going to implement something along the lines of fuck around and find out, right? And the find out is see a bitch and you can't come back. And we have to implement something with the bottle share. We have to implement multiple people have mentioned it. Garrett, I was talking to Garrett last night and he mentioned it. Just have the bottles behind somebody and it's a ticketed fucking event. At the bottle share. Because
if you can't be trusted.
But then we got to have volunteers
to
work a bottle share. And like, what do we have? 5 people pouring in 2 rooms? It just becomes a nightmare.
Eat food. You can't try everything. That sucks.
Yeah.
Maybe just be like, oh, I'm going to try that next time because you can't try everything.
And I know this is the other thing is, you know what we need to start instructing people to do, like truly, and I mean this like not to be mean, right? Not everybody's been to a bottle share. That's real. Like, that's real life. And bottle shares are literally the best experiences you'll have in whiskey are always going to be at a bottle share with your friends. They are.
Yeah.
They're going to be the best.
Yeah.
You're going to try cool shit you've never tried. You're going to hang out with your favorite people on the planet that aren't that are like your family that you weren't born with, right? And that's going to be the best part of any event that you go to. A bottle share on a fucking Friday night in your hometown with people you love is going to be the best night. That's why I don't want to get rid of it. That's the only reason I don't want to get rid of it. I swear to Jesus, if this was just some rando shit, I'd just be like, fuck, I don't care. We just won't do it. And it wouldn't bother me at all, but it bothers me to not want to do it, right? Yeah. And I've been thinking about it for fucking 3 days. And I'm going to be honest, I've been pissed for 2 of those 3. And I got upset a little bit in the middle today. So I don't want to shut it down. But what I do want is for people to be respectful and understand that when you go to a bottle share, it's okay that right now you can't try that thing.
Yeah, take a picture of it.
Right now.
Maybe you can try it next year.
There was some crazy shit at the bottle share. There really was. Somebody brought whiskey that cost a metric shit ton of money on secondary and shared it with everybody, and it's so cool. The problem is when you walk in and there's 200 bottles on a table, you get overwhelmed, right? You need to realize that it's okay, and you need to prioritize your shit and taste a few things and chill for a little bit and
know your limit.
We've all been fucking drunk. I was drunk at
food.
Virtue like 5 days ago. No, I didn't steal or punch anybody or try to fucking cause problems. I don't know. It's just,
Steal? Who stole?
I'm not saying who stole shit. He knows I love him, and he apologized 40 times.
Who's a thief?
He didn't steal. He borrowed and gave. He's returning it. It was a borrow. It was like a fucking. It was this person right here.
I know.
Oh, and they know I love them forever. But okay, listen. Hold on. Dramhound said some shit. Just a second. Dramhound said, for the Uber pool that sounds way bigger than the one drunkard. Glad we were able to.
Listen, I was driving around
forever.
people in the 4Runner, and my biggest concern was somebody was going to vomit in your car, and it wasn't our children. And I was like,
I'm going to be I want this on the record. And I swear to Jesus, I swear this on my life. And I don't care. And I know it wouldn't have, because I know the people that we're going to reference. If it was somebody that would have taken help, I wouldn't even have felt bad asking for help. I'd have called Night Angel immediately. Listen.
I kept saying, you okay back there?
If somebody would have vomited in my car, and then tried to get you to hook up with somebody,
Yeah.
I would have drowned them in their vomit.
Okay.
In my car. And then we would have had to deal with whatever repercussion came from that.
Listen, then Alexa looks at me and she goes, we had to put somebody up in a hotel. She goes, your name's on that hotel. What if they die tonight? Their own vomit.
I knew they were
and I
good.
was like, God damn it.
I talked to their wife.
Alexa.
No, that's why I knew that was okay. I knew they were good. When we walked in, they were doing significantly better.
I know.
I thought through, so like, how long do I need to stay?
Right.
To make sure we're good.
Right.
And when we walked in, I'm like, oh, we're on our way. We're on the correct
I had a
direction.
baggie. I gave it to Michelle, and I'm like, this is the puke
Listen,
bag. If somebody looks like they're going to puke.
I'm going to be honest. He was so nice. He really was. He was just a mess.
I don't think anybody.
He was a mess. But he was
maybe
nice.
Besides the lady who wasn't on Earth was
She's a bad
a
person.
bad person. Right.
Hey,
I said
meth
except
woman-
for her,
meth
she
woman-
might have been a bad person.
Meth woman's a bad person. It's not. No, not maybe. Meth woman's a fucking asshole.
You know, I was talking to somebody I don't know who it was. Was it Kelly? On the night before the event.
Was it Kelly Ballou?
Before the VIP event.
I am so in love with Dustin and Kelly.
Yeah, they're
I
great.
love them so much.
Listen, and we were talking about
Chill.
like
Get the cricket. Dude.
I don't remember. Basically, like how we were going to allocate things and how certain things have to be out of people's grasp because they might disappear. And she said, I don't think anybody would do that. Kelly, she's so sweet. She thinks the world of everybody, and I do too. But listen, some people just
Kelly and
take advantage, I feel like.
Kelly and Dustin didn't come last year because it's a really long trip for them. And they came this year, and I was so happy that they did.
She's like, everybody's going to be cool. Ricky?
Well, Kelly. Breaking news. Most of them were.
Most of them were.
This is the thing. You know what? Let's just shift the focus. Fuck you if you're a shithead. Okay? And I'm not talking about just because you're a little drunk. Okay? I'm not talking about that. You know that. Everybody that was that does that. But if you were the person who ruined my night, there were only probably 2 or 3 people. There were 2 people, maybe 3, who ruined my night. It wasn't person number 1. Know that. It was FBI woman. She'll never see this. And it was the person who tried to get my wife to hook up with somebody else. That really pissed me off like a lot because I heard that like secondhand when you were back. And I was like, oh, we got to go somewhere now. That's what I said because I heard it from a person who's going to help me go somewhere. And he's like, I mean, yeah, the problem is he's too on board for some shit. Like the problem is if I was like, let's do it. He's like, I've been ready for this
Eric
moment.
said he can text the meth girl the link.
Just maybe clip it, dude. She doesn't remember my face, and I talked to her for fucking 20 minutes. You know what? I'm going to be honest. I feel like, but here's the thing. A lot of people know this, but they don't know the extent of it. Because I didn't drink through college, I dealt with a lot of the bullshit sober through college that was drunkies.
Yeah.
But they were college. They were fucking 20 years old or whatever.
Right.
But I was sober for all of that. And so I feel like there was a lot of college moments that were like, we got to chill. It was like a de-escalation thing through college for me, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm not trying to fight everybody. I'm the only sober person. So I'm the only person who feels getting punched in the face and like all that shit. And that's how it went. And so when me and Meth Woman got into the pantry, I said, we're gonna de-escalate this because you're mad and I'm really mad, and we're both gonna chill the fuck out. She goes, okay.
I know. I heard you.
I was like, I fucking did it. And then she
did
dropped
it.
her phone with a little snap thing on the back, and I, as a gentleman,
picked it up.
Picked up only the snap part, and I handed it to her, and she goes, now pick up my phone, bitch. And I went, oh, we're done.
She said that?
She looked in my eyeballs and said, pick it up, bitch. And I took that thing, and I threw it, and I said, I don't fucking know you, and we're done. So that's how that went. That's when I walked away. That was the moment where I was like, I can't do it. I'm going to yell, Riki, come get her. And then everybody's going to just like, I don't like, she needed to be nowhere. You know what I mean?
I just kept thinking before you got there, like, don't yell at her. It's not going to end well. Also,
she did call me a bitch later.
You can't go to jail. I can't go to jail. I got babies. Yeah.
What were you going to, you were sober as
because
fuck.
I thought she was going to try to fight me.
Oh, and choke a bitch.
Because she got really aggressive all of a sudden. She's like, I'm being very nice to this hotel guy. And I go, excuse me?
Go, she fucking hit her first. We saw that. 100%. She's defending herself. She stomped her out in the lobby. Like, I don't know. Okay, anyways, Dram Hound.
You got that one for the Uber pool.
And thank you to all the volunteers. So good to hang out with the BJ fam. No, what I said was I fucking love Dram Hound. He's short as fuck, but I love him. He's so short, it's crazy. He's like 7 foot tall. But Dram Hound's like legit, like got everybody's back shit. Lesher, speaking of people I fucking love, everybody thinks Lesher's a bodyguard. Lesher's a big motherfucker and works out. Like, Lesher will fuck your shit up. I was pissed because I could tell you and Sean felt let down when y'all were dealing with all the drama. That bottle share is supposed to be your chance to really enjoy the event. I feel like that's the most accurate fucking statement. And I've said that. I know I've said that, but it's true. That's just because it's not organized. Listen, when Saturday is happening, Riki is the one managing the event on Saturday during the Saturday event. But if like shit hits the fan on the Saturday event, I just know that like we are working still, right? Like there's no like relief of we're not working at all. There's a, hey, if this happens, like you're going to come and get me and we're going to deal with it during the Saturday event.
Right.
At the bottle share, it's nobody's working. The volunteers aren't working. You aren't working. Other than like you got pizza and everything for everybody.
I was so excited to sit in the lobby and eat crumble cookies.
And just talk to other people that were sitting with you.
That was great.
Yeah.
It was great.
Lesher, I love you. Lesher, I'm so happy you keep coming, dude. Lesher came to Justin's House of Bourbon hangout. He came last year. I fucking love Lesher. All right. Shooter McGurk. What's up, buddy? Dude, for fuck's sake. I hope your foot's doing. I hope that off-road wheeler you had just fucking treated you great. I went over and met him at the VIP, and he had fucked up his leg, so he's on a scooter.
Oh, I said, are you allowed to drink and drive that thing? He goes, like, I don't know.
He goes, I did crutches for one day, and he goes, I was like, fuck this shit. So he got that scooter thing, right? And he goes, I got the all-terrain tires on it, so he could be outside of the event. It's the greatest thing. Dan, the entire event was excellent. Thank you to you and Sean for sitting and shooting the shit with my gimpy scooter riding ass. Thank you for being there, buddy. Nobody important said, motherfucking YouTube. Hold on just a second. You know what? Real quick, because I saw Dara super chatted. Dara and Bill did a live stream last night and refused to mention any of this. I fucking love you guys.
They're like, it was great.
I appreciate you letting us bitch about it for 7 hours. Fuck it. Your timeout. Permanent ban. I mean, here's the thing. This is why listen, if it's like a walk back to your room and it's a get better. This is what happened last year.
Yeah. It was just go back to your room.
Let's just say guy won. I walk him back to his room. And this year I talked to him and he was great. He was cool. He had his wife, I believe he had somebody with him.
Okay.
And it was like, cool, you brought somebody. Now I don't have to do it.
Yeah.
Because
there was no, like, they weren't fighting you to go back to their room.
That's true.
He was like,
no, he was asking for pictures on the way back. It was so funny. Last year on the way back to his room, he goes, dude, we got to get a picture. And I'm just helping him. Me and Tommy D are helping him back. And I go, we can get a picture as soon as we get to your room, buddy.
Yeah, see?
No aggro. I'm just trained to deal with drunk people. My college experience, instead of being drunk, was dealing with drunks. That's so crazy to think about.
He came back.
He moved. That's the different side of the He's over there.
You know why? Because he doesn't like that thing over there.
Oh, Tommy sent me like 4 of them. I got to get
we
another
just put
one
them
out.
Around.
Riki handed them a plastic bag and said, don't get sick in this car. I'm going to be honest. That would have really.
I would have taken it to a detailer.
That may have canceled the event.
I wouldn't have
forever.
came back. I
You
would
know
have
what?
had to go to like a 24-hour car
Either
wash.
Sean plans it by himself completely. Good luck, everybody.
And attends by itself.
And attends by himself. Dan said, Shook showed me how mad he can get and also how much self-control he had at the same time. Love you even more now. You did great. That's like a 7. You think? How mad was I? Out of 10. Riki's one of the very few people who have seen me the angriest I've
You
ever
were
been.
really mad at her when she called me a bitch.
That was when
was
things
like-
escalated. Yeah.
I think that was like a 9.
Oh, that was like instinctually like if you were a dude, you're over the counter, and so am I. And then listen, if I lose the fight, I'm not gonna. But if I do, because I'm just bigger than you. But if I do, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you first. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna be in pain. I'll lose the fight. That's cool. Whatever. But like when she said that, my body was like, wow, I like fucking hate you, and I've talked 3 sentences to you. It was immediately the most angry. That was the mass I was when she said that.
Yeah, you were pretty mad. I would say 7.
7
pretty
out of 10.
accurate.
I've been more angry, but not in a situation in which I had to manage the environment either.
Yeah, right.
Everybody, honestly, here's the cool thing. Let's talk about a positive. Positive. I got really mad. I even told Dan at one point because I was venting to Dan. I said, I'm not mad at you. Like because I realized that I was like, things are escalating right now. My blood pressure is through the fucking roof. Some would say Guinness Book of World Records should be called to take it. As a living human being, this is the highest we've ever seen. But I had to say to Dan at one because Dan helped me clear the courtyard at one point, and I had to say to Dan, "I'm not mad at you. I'm sorry, I'm not mad at you." And he's like, "I know." And then what's so fucking great, and this is why Dan's family, is he just immediately was like at the same fucking just him and I were at the exact same spot. I was fucking pissed, and then Dan came up a little, and I was like, "That's why and he goes, let's do it." And it was like that's what I needed.
Yeah.
Was like, cool, thank you for being immediate on my team. Maybe a no questions asked type shit. And he helped. You know what I mean?
Fair.
I don't know. Dan already knows that I love him to death. But Dara said, Jesus, I wasn't there because of my birthday weekend, but this makes me sad and angry. Wait, average, holy shit, you're not the average drinker, you're average whiskey drinker. I thought you were Dara. You're not Dara at all. Holy shit. But you made me remember that Dara and Bill were very nice when they were talking about pours. Somebody it's the Bourbon Retriever, made a video about pours, just kind of like an overview. And he was like, this is a must-attend event.
Oh, look
Yeah,
at
he
you.
filmed
made a
some
list.
stuff. It was really cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. So thank you for doing that. Bourbon
that's great.
Retriever, you should go watch this video. It was fucking amazing, like legitimately. So, Toshi Bake idea, have an a-hole fee, like hotels. Oh my gosh. I don't know how we claim that, but that's a great fucking idea.
You know what somebody said to me? I can't remember who it was. So if this was you, no offense. But they were like, next year we're just going to start buying. We'll just hold 6 hotels for drunk people. And I'm like, no, then we had to fucking pay for that.
Yeah, we paid for the hotel.
I
And
know.
listen, they offered the person I'm referencing, they offered to reimburse the next day.
But
But that's not what it's about.
I know. Well, also, I don't want to hold 5 hotels and have to pay for them for people who can't.
I don't want to give people an out.
Right.
What that's doing is giving people an excuse to be like, I can do whatever I want. There's a fucking hotel room over there. I'll fucking Uber there.
I mean, it's not a bad idea.
It's a terrible idea
to
because you're allowing.
have extra spaces, right?
That's
but
fair, yes.
it is.
At the Sonesta, it would have been great. Because at the Sonesta, we wouldn't have had to drive people somewhere.
That's the thing.
I walked up to the Sonesta front desk when we realized that we needed rooms. And I go, hey, any rooms. Don't give a fuck if it's in a closet.
We were trying to
Give
book
me a room.
rooms at the
The Baymont. The old shithole behind the Sonesta.
where the drug girl should have been. Honestly,
Probably was where she was before said event, I would imagine.
Michelle was like, "There's plywood in the windows."
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
And heroin behind the windows. I swear to God, that was so crazy. Big Vic's backyard BS. What the fuck did I miss? And I was there. Big Vic, that's the thing. This is the thing. Most people don't know because most people were in rooms or in the conference rooms. Nothing happened in the conference rooms, at all.
No, and I think there were a lot of people that were in there the whole time or out on the courtyard. There were people out in the courtyard that had no idea there was any drama. Mm-hmm. Kelly said, buy one hotel and put them all in it.
They need to stay there, though. Maybe there's a timeout
yeah, that
hotel.
was the problem. This year, they don't lock from the outside.
Oh my gosh. That's what we need. You fucks go in there. All of you. We dump them one at a time. Get in there.
Our own drunk
like
tank.
a 300 kick. Just boom! Just in the fucking room.
I've been in the drunk tank. They don't have beds in there.
For the I'm not, but I trust you. Tim Evans for the Boss Lady Riki Fund. Great event. So much fun to see so many amazing people.
Thanks, Tim.
I'm going to be honest. I've known you for a million years. At one point, we didn't even like each other. People don't know this part. We didn't like each other in college.
We didn't like each other. That's not what happened.
I was
Go
an
ahead.
asshole.
Yep. Go ahead.
I've never, and you were a degenerate at one point, right? I've never seen you that drunk. That's crazy. I've known you for your whole life. I mean, half of it, over half.
As drunk as people were there?
Yeah.
No.
And you were
Never.
a partier in your day.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's wild to think about.
I was more of a pothead in my day then.
Topher said, was it D. Rankin? That's the OnlyFans chick from the Facebook group that got kicked out. That's funny as fuck. You're forgetting, dude.
She was dressed like that.
One of the... Yeah, something like that. That's one of the best comments I've seen.
Somebody said she's been wearing her bathing suit all day. Did
She
she
was in
think
her
this was a beach
bikini.
event?
She was sitting on the courtyard in her bikini. What the fuck are we doing?
It was nighttime. What, she think she was getting sun?
I just swear to Jesus. Dan, also did not have to super chat $100. Buddy, I am catching up. You didn't have to do that, man. Thank you, buddy. 3 easy rules that would have fixed this. If you handle alcohol like a high school senior, don't drink.
Fair.
Rule number 2, be responsible for your bad choices, including bringing... Oh, it's crazy you snuck that in. Knew I wouldn't read it ahead of time. Including bringing your wrong +1. Number 3, get your own partner and stay the hell away from other people's. I'm going to be honest. In this, listen, I'd like to clear the air. If you are hitting on someone else's wife, and this is not from the conversation I'm referencing earlier. This is from a different one. If you hit on somebody else's wife, you bother somebody else's wife, or you're trying to get somebody's wife to hook up with somebody else, you're not welcome. You're not. I don't care. Listen, this is what I don't want to deal with. I'm sorry I was drunk. I don't give a fuck that you were drunk. I've been drunk, and I don't have to apologize to everybody the next day. Because don't be that guy or that girl. Don't be the asshole who's blaming it on oh, I just drank too much. No, because you're being the person.
Yeah.
I don't care if you were drunk or sober. You're being the person.
Right.
Don't be the person. It's very simple. It's a hyper simplistic approach. You guys don't understand. It for real. And I think you can argue that this isn't true, but it takes me a really long time to get genuinely pissed off. A lot. It takes a pretty good fucking amount for me in that type of setting to be genuinely upset.
In that type of setting.
In a very public setting.
Yeah.
To be actually fucking bothered.
Right.
It's I know we were talking about how my wick was perfect. My fuse. My fuse in that setting is longer, I feel like. It's one of those
You are
things.
a very patient person. I mean, you were very patient dealing with the people you were dealing with. Very patient.
Until
very kind.
Meth woman. Huckleberry, sorry for the meth lady. Pours was such a great time. Thank you, buddy, for real. Listen, I hope that people who had a good time had a great time. I hope people that weren't a part of it had the best time. We just have to fix it. I don't know how to fix it yet. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll do a lot of planning. Thanks to you 7 fucks. And we'll figure it out. Nick Shelby, I second what Dan L said.
My favorite part is that the number of problem people just changes every time you say it. From 4
I don't have an actual
to
count.
7.
I ain't got a count. I ain't got a fucking count. That's the problem.
No, I don't think so either.
I don't have a real count. What I have is a bummed. I'm bummed. I'm upset on it. If I'm being completely honest, truly transparent, I'm upset. I'm upset that Shauna had to waste our entire... Guys, and now you're going to be now that if you're sober right now and you're watching this and you were a problem, you're going to think damn, I'm bummed. I'm upset that I did that probably. What you don't realize is we wait a full year for that. It's our fucking event.
You don't wait. You plan and
I know, but no. But I wait the whole year for the bottle share
Right.
because I don't have to. I get to hang out.
Right, that's
I get
true.
to enjoy it. Guys, I had a fucking glass. I can't tell you how many times between Chris, 1WD in chat, and Gabby, I handed bottles of whiskey to them and said in my glass and said, please watch this.
you couldn't even eat. Remember, every time I tried to bring you food.
Gave up my dinner twice. Never ate the whole night. Never ate pizza. Got pizza. Didn't eat it. Gave it to somebody else. And that's okay. Like, just you guys gotta try and figure it out. You gotta try and figure it the fuck out. And if you can't figure it out, don't come to the bottle share. Come to the event.
Other
come
thing
to VIP.
I was wondering is like, is there more time between the two? Like maybe you and you don't provide food, and they have to go get their own food.
Like go to dinner.
Yeah, go to dinner.
We bought maybe you know what buying pizza on a whim. That's the fucking move because nobody expects it, so everybody already ate.
Right. And I don't know that there was enough pizza this year because I think more people were expecting pizza. But
I'm sure, yeah, you're probably right about that.
Give more time in between so that everybody can go eat. Because there were a lot of people who did go out to eat, right?
I don't know.
I know of a lot of people that went over to that hub
don't
place.
know. Can I tell you who else was really cool? The cop in the park, not the sheriff bike rider. The cop in the car.
Yeah, in the car.
I went and drove over there after our event was over. And I said, hey, man, I just want you to know that we appreciate you, like, patrolling the park for this event. We appreciate you being here. You know, we appreciate, like, people feel safer when this is the experience. You guys have been great to work with for the event. And he's like, hey, man, thanks for saying that. And it was like, that's cool. Come to find out, you want to come fucking hang out at our bottle share for us so you can walk.
I know I saw a lot of people saying like hire security, hire police, but it's like, what are they going to do? The police
were there and they couldn't take her.
Well, they can't go into her room.
Yeah.
They had to stand outside of her room and chit chat with her, and then finally got her to agree to stay in her room, and she didn't. So I mean, there's nothing that hired security would have done that the police wouldn't have done, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean,
Jermaine, what the fuck? I can't even read that out loud. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. But yeah, needless to say, listen, it is now, I don't know. There's maybe a way to reorganize this. Maybe that's like a long day. But we have the Saturday, a daytime event structured in a way in which people almost can't overdrink, right?
Yeah.
So like, the 12 tickets per person, now, mind you, this year was a little different, but the 12 tickets per person is intentional. That is supposed to give you 6 ounces of alcohol in 5 hours. Everybody that's coming to that event that cares about whiskey, all of their bodies can process 6 ounces of alcohol. Some of them aren't barrel proof, right?
Well, like I said, I don't think there wasn't any issues at the event. So obviously people were taking their time.
What?
Like at the event.
Well, and this is the thing. Listen, front load your fucking 6 ounces, but then you're out of tickets.
Right.
Now, this year was a little different because the tickets weren't being taken as much because I didn't have that separate meeting that you and I talked about with the distillers.
Right.
We had like the volunteer meeting and some of the distillers came.
Yeah.
And then we didn't have the distiller meeting. The first year they took tickets because I had the distiller meeting where it was like everybody's got to grant a ticket, whatever. But still, even with not everybody taking tickets at the Saturday, nobody had a problem.
No.
And then it like hit 7 o'clock and everybody's like, not everybody. This is
a small,
how shitty is
teeny,
it?
Tiny little
it's like
bit of people.
Like people don't understand this, and I know people understand it from like a level of me saying it or Sean saying it. There are if we put out a YouTube video and it does well, and there's hypothetically there's 100 comments on it. 97 of those comments are positive or supportive or I thought this. They're conversational. Yeah. And then 3 comments are like,
don't drink out of the bottle.
Dan's a fat little bitch. Or something like that, right?
I hate when you bottle flip.
I can't stand when somebody enjoys their own whiskey that they pay for. Right?
This isn't funny. It's serious.
Yeah. Right? Whatever. When that happens, there's a woman named... Okay, hold on. I got to talk about that later. The
sidebar.
When those comments happen, and immediately you're like, what the fuck's wrong? What the fuck? You get like, it's just immediately a bummer, right? But the 97 other comments weren't like that.
Right.
But it's like
But you're drawn to it. I think also, though, you were dealing with all of it. Like, we were dealing with all of it. Like, in a comment situation, you wouldn't, just don't read the negative comments. This situation, that's not possible. Like, how often?
No, I had to physically deal with the comments this time. Like, in person. That's crazy.
Right.
Big Vic said, I still have 10 tickets. Where can I redeem them? Whenever you come over, dude. He came all the way from. You came all the way from California, didn't you? Whenever you come over, dude, you can fucking.
I think you missed some super chats.
Big Vic's great. Okay. Barry. So listen, I'm so split on Barry. Because she's Team Sean, but she's like, she offered to like support you. So I'm kind of like really split. Because I gave her a hug.
I'm Team Sean.
What the fuck is that shit? Oh wow, you're also divorced.
Sean and I have the same personality.
Yeah, which is why it's such a fuck. My life. This is why I'm gray hair. This is the only reason I have gray hair, is because you guys act the same sometimes.
Dan's the optimist in the relationship.
Of all three of us.
Mm-hmm.
Julie, stop now.
Oh, thanks, Julie.
Stop. You have to stop. That's so much. You guys have already super chatted a lot. You have to stop. Julie doesn't understand the word stop. She thinks it means send more. I got to find a new word for Julie. I just realized right now that we need to find a new word for Julie. Julie said, this is for Riki to go get a massage and recover from the bullshit. Love you, lady. Julie, that's a lot of money.
Thank you, Julie.
That's very nice of you. Brent Vincent said, volunteering my 6'3", 40-year-old self as female deterrent security officer next year. Brent, you're in, dude. Fuck it. You know what I mean? As simple as that, apparently. Please don't get too drunk. Barry, okay, so now back to me and Barry's problem. This is like an existential thing. I literally I told her to her face, you're one of my favorite people I've ever met now, because of what she said when the meth woman was there, right?
Which one is she?
Barry?
Mm-hmm.
How do you want me to describe her? Like, what do you want me to say?
Like hair color? Who she was with?
Curly hair. I said that Riki and I got in a debate earlier about curly hair.
All right,
was it curled or is it curly?
The females will back me up. There's a difference between curly hair. Gabby has curly hair. It's naturally curly.
You added the word naturally, which is important.
No. I'm using descriptors.
Hey guys, if you curl your
hair that's curled, there's a difference. Curly hair.
No.
And hair that's curled.
Let me explain logic to everybody in chat real quick. If you curl your hair, what is it? Curly. Okay. She said, don't be too pumped. 97% still an A. 97% of us, we're great.
You are great.
In a lot of time for showers. Okay, listen. When she basically said, I'll lay a bitch out, I was like, cool. She was great. And I gave her a hug and said, you're one of my favorite people for saying that. She was awesome. Now, the problem is she's so Team Sean. Like, I don't even think her and I have a picture together from the event. She's got like 7 pictures with Sean, which is a fucking problem.
She said she's Team Sean. Also, curled hair, not curly hair. Right, Whiskey Mountains.
But curled hair is curly.
No, curled hair, not curly hair.
Whiskey Mountains is also a woman. Whiskey Mountains, hear me out. How would you describe curled hair? Right? You'd say it was fucking curly. Like, this is what nobody understands. Brian Ferrari, Dan, give some tasty notes on your vending session. This Michter's is fucking incredible. It tastes like when angels have orgasms. Something like that, give or take. A sprinkle.
We need to get Dan some food.
No, I'm sober. I swear to God, I'm sober. Now, I'd like to tell, before the cricket ends our night, we got to leave in 8 minutes, we're done. 8 minutes. Fuck that fucking, I swear to Jesus.
It just moved from the side where he put the plug-in. The plug-in was working for a while. Yeah.
It's crazy.
It just then moved to the other side of the castle and was like, fuck you, I'm going to go over here.
I gotta find Tommy sent me a box of these plugins, right? Because we had cricket issues for years. Last year, I had those things plugged in. I had 3 of them. I think they bother Cookie, which is why I unplug them now. Oh. Cookie didn't live in the hut, and he lives out here. So I unplug them.
Just plug them in during live streams.
But the problem is they take time. On the instructions were okay. They came from Amazon. Let me preface it with that. The instructions, you're just like Sean because I'm talking to you and you're fucking reading chat. Holy shit. I can't do it. I literally can't do it. I can't do it. Joe, I'm not wearing a swimsuit. Joe, look at these fucking, look at these shorts. That look like it. Okay, it looks a little, it's not the material of a swimsuit. You can't swim in these.
They're like chinos.
Yes, but they got pink flamingos on them. Okay, listen. Tommy bought and sent these, but they're from Amazon. So they came with instructions that were in English, but that English had been Google translated from a different language, right? So they literally said on them, don't worry if rodents run into the building that they're in because they confuse the rodents and insects.
Yeah, no.
There's supposed to be
Ew.
mice pusher-outers too.
Gross.
But look at that. It worked.
I mean,
perfect.
they do work.
It's real, but they don't bother any of our dogs, and they don't bother Knox because we tried it when Knox was around. Where's Cookie at? Do you see him?
No.
I think they bother Cookie.
Well, probably. He could probably hear it.
Cookie's got like fucking crazy cat hearing. It's wild. This is from one of my favorite people that I got to hang out with at the event, which is Zach, Bourbon Kingdom. I love him. And this is one of my favorite bottles in the whole castle. That's why I grabbed it. It's a Michter's release that he went and got, and then he gave it to me last year at Pours in the Park. And you know what? I didn't even get to go in his room, and I planned on being in his room, if you know what I'm saying. And I didn't even get to do that this year. I went in his room last year. No, I didn't. I actually hung out with him at Blake's room. Damn.
Matthew Miles. I agree. That was something I thought about
You got to
too.
read it.
Just
I think
hard
best
times.
case scenario for bottle share, you put
I
hard
was
cap on
going
the
to
time,
read it.
7 to 10, 8 to 11, and bottles have to be put away.
Before you ignored me.
Or what do we do? Or think about it like this. Do we say bottle share is X time and it's short? Mind you, 8 to 11, a lot of that would have still happened. But bottle share short, and then go to your rooms and hang out in your rooms together.
I
Because
think
people did that anyways, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think doing 11's quiet time at the hotel.
11 is quiet. Maybe that is the move.
And
7 to
then
11.
Start,
That's too many hours.
I'd say start at 8 or 9.
Guys.
If you start later, then they'll have to go get food.
Do we have
before
to
they
change
come.
that many rules for
I think so
3
many
people? 5 people?
sat around. I know one person that was a problem, sat around and waited for the bottle share and didn't go get food or anything.
Right,
beforehand.
yeah.
And I think
Well,
that there were a lot of people that were like already in the conference room by the time we came out.
Sure.
I say you don't even open the conference rooms until 8. Everybody needs to go
Man, the
be an
hotel's
adult.
so nice.
Go get food.
They were so
Take care of yourself.
They were so
Treat
nice.
yourself.
Guys, the hotel did tell us that there was a woman running naked through the hallways
the
like
week
the
before,
week before
not us.
that.
Not us.
Screaming. Running up and down the hallways completely naked screaming the week before that. Was just wild to hear about. Aiden said, nuts. What's up, buddy? How are you? Joe Yoshizumi said, stopping by as Sam is hanging out on Tuesdays. Joey, I just want you to know that you're the reason for the cricket now, dude. You know, you brought it back. Joe Dixon said, it's curled. Nobody says that, dude. If you see somebody, if somebody walks by you and their hair is curled or curly, what do you call it when you describe that person to somebody else? Curly. You wouldn't say their hair was curled. You'd say, no, they had curly hair. You know what I'm saying? There's no way Christine Basco said that you were right. This is the
So
problem.
did Kelly. Kelly said Tiki is right, but she meant Riki.
The problem that we're having is like the women in chat are agreeing with you because you're a woman.
Ricky's hair was curled Friday. Mine is curly.
You guys have like a pact. Yes, you do. It's like a woman pact. No matter what. No, none of the women are going to ever agree with me in here when you're here. Never. No matter what. You're like a superhero when you're here, and I'm literally the villain.
Hey, shout out to the guy that wanted to take my picture because his wife loves our live stream episode.
How
And
about
his son was
how
there
about
too.
Bubble Bath fucking Bourbon? Did he ask you to take a picture with him?
Bubble bath.
The guy in the fucking Speedo.
No. Nope.
You just decided to?
Oh, did I take a picture with him?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember.
Fucking
Yeah,
Bubble
he did,
Bath.
I think.
Yeah, I swear to Jesus. He's dressed in a blue like suede suit on VIP night.
Yeah, I think he must have came with us. He came up
Bougie
to
as
us.
hell.
Yeah.
And then
It wasn't just me and him, it was somebody else.
It was Luke.
Yeah, Luke. Yeah.
It was Luke. Gabby was so great at navigating Saturday night. Team Ricky, said Michelle. Thank you for the super chat. Is that a double Team Ricky?
Yeah.
Michelle, don't double. Listen, gosh dang it. I know that I am not a woman or a female perspective on any opinion. And I realize that often you guys are like, he's a fucking idiot. Ricky says that.
I think you have more estrogen than me sometimes.
I cry more than Ricky. It's not even close
100%.
either. It's not even fucking close.
Not close.
I have way less testosterone and way more estrogen than Riki. It's crazy. Scientifically proven by labs with my blood. Jimmy Copeland, Texas showed up in full force. Jimmy, I had such good conversations with you, buddy. I appreciate you. Jimmy's a big redheaded motherfucker that
there
was
were
there.
a lot of Texas people there.
Yeah. Well, Nick brought 13 people from Texas.
You wrote on the VIP list Nick Jones and however the many fuck people he brings.
Can I tell you why it said that? Because Nick's like, I need this, I need this, I need this. This person might come. I don't know if this person will come. This person's coming. Now this person's not coming. And I went, cool. So when Luke was like, I'm going to print the VIPs, I go, Nick Jones, whoever the fuck he brings. I have no idea who's coming. There's people that I thought were coming that didn't come with Nick.
And then people you didn't know.
It's just crazy. It's just fucking wild. All right, let's see. Rage quit. Barry Texan has almost got me into several fights because she's ready to knock a bitch out. I had that feeling, and I very much appreciated it in the moment. Well, I wasn't trying to start a fight, but there was like something already going on, and she walked up, and I was like, I mean, I'll be right there with you to watch it happen, and I don't have any questions as to which direction it's gonna go. Which is when I became a huge Barry Texan fan. Now, she did look at me at the end of our conversation and go, next time you see my name in chat, don't call me an asshole or something like this. She said something along those lines because I know she's Team Sean, so I often call her an asshole. But now she kind of just gets passes, honestly. Last one for the night. Love you guys. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for coming up, dude. Seriously. And thank you for bringing all the shit up that you brought up. Brian Ferrari himself. 100-proof amendment to the Constitution. The right to uninfringed access to bottle shares shall not be infringed. This is the problem is because so many of you guys were so cool, I do believe like if shit was happening in a bad way, had we asked people to help, they obviously would have been there to help. We don't want to ruin your guys' night either, which is why we end up taking care of it. So you guys don't. Night Angel literally said this several times. He goes, just let me know what's going on and I'll just take care of it. Like I'll get them to where whatever needs to happen.
Alexa was willing to dig in some guy's pockets for his wallet. She's like, I'll get it.
Well,
Let me get in there.
Travis, I'll call him Man Bun so everybody knows what I'm talking about. My height Man Bun.
Yeah.
He came over. He's like, what do you need? And I was like, we need to know where that person lives. And he's like, all right. Like people were really and he came back and people were willing to help and we appreciate it. But it wasn't your fault, and it's not your event, and it's not your responsibility. I don't want to take away from your night either.
Right.
I want you to have a good night. That's why you're there. A lot of you, listen, we travel like 2 hours south, but a lot of you traveled from all over the country. It was amazing. So, Adam Quigley, welcome to BJ Fan, buddy. Thank you for joining that. Adam Quigley then gifted, buddy, what the fuck? You joined and then gifted 10 memberships. Thank you so much.
Thanks,
seriously.
Adam.
Also, Deborah C got one. That'll really make Zach Jones ecstatic. They're best friends. So thank you for the 10 gifted. If you got a membership from Adam, say thank you. It would be very nice of you. So, but needless to say, I don't know. We got to figure something out. What we need in place is kind of like fallbacks, right? Like we've limited drinks at the Saturday event just because we know that people have to move. Last year at the Sinesta, we know most people had a room there. So it's kind of like you walked back to I'll walk you to.
I think because it got so much bigger, I think there's more people who are outside of the hotel.
Maybe we get separate tickets for the bottle share. Maybe there's an add-on ticket, and the add-on ticket is the bottle share. Fuck it up, you're out. No, next year there's no add-on for you. This is the thing. The people who fucked up at the bottle share didn't fuck up at the VIP or the Saturday event.
I really do like having more time in between the events and making it a timed. Like it ends at 11. Quiet time at 11.
8 to 11.
The poor man
the quiet time at the hotel was 11.
The poor man.
But the shitty part is,
with his
like
pregnant wife.
Changing. He was so nice. There were guys. There was almost everybody doesn't know this. Maybe 20 of you know it. But there was a guy they gave a patio fucking courtyard room to that night, who had a pregnant wife who was trying to sleep, and he came down and asked us to be quiet. He was the kindest fucking guy on the planet. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I've been dealing with shit all night, and you don't deserve to deal with any of it. And
also, like, next time, can we just get all the internal
I
rooms?
tried this. I swear. Okay, nobody knows that. I got a hold of the hotel ahead of time this year, like literally 8 months ahead of time. I said, will you just book us every courtyard room?
Every internal room.
Because nobody in the courtyard will bitch about us being loud if it's us.
If it's us.
They'll just go the fuck to sleep.
Right.
And he was like, I can't give you everyone, but I can give you like a lot of them. Just so happened that they gave a pregnant woman and her husband a room. I felt so bad.
I know. I almost offered to switch, but ours was on the
Also
that
in
side.
kind of in the courtyard.
Yeah.
So
Because she wanted an outside room, and I was like, ew.
maybe that's the move.
Yeah.
Next year we'll just intentionally. The problem is I always just book us that type of room,
Right.
and then they happen. They must all be on the inside
On the
rooms
inside,
because
right.
Chrissy said, Dan,
Sweet.
I said that kind of room. Imagine
A suite.
sex room. Chrissy, Dan, you looked at
You
me
also ruined that, everybody. So
yeah, you fucking did ruin that. Holy
Cock
shit.
block.
That's crazy that you guys did that, actually. Now I'm more mad. I didn't even put that together until this moment. Now I'm way more upset, if I'm being completely honest. Chrissy said, Dan, don't hate us women sticking together. We have each other's backs. Where's the chick shirts? Chick squad.
we're not allowed to have chick merch because apparently only 5 of us order it.
No. One time we did female merch and there were 3 orders. I swear to God. And it's not your fault. I don't blame you. It's like, hey, how much work am I willing to do for 3 people? Like, we made $7. You know what I mean? It's not your fault. It is what it is. Both said canceling my $100 patron for not being listed in the group of Texans. Both, you're from New York, dude. I don't even count you as a Texan. The first time I ever met Bove, he literally pointed a fucking gun at me in a parking lot. He didn't know it was not loaded. So I love Bove, and Bove knows I love Bove because we wouldn't be friends if I didn't love him and he pointed a gun at me like that. But he got out of Nick's car. He
With a
goes,
gun?
look at this thing. Point it right at me and Sean, swear to God, swear to Jesus. And then he goes, it wasn't loaded. And Nick goes,
Right. As
It's
we
Nick-
tell
it's
our
Nick.
8-year-old son, don't point that at people.
don't
Even
point
if
it-
you don't know if
don't
it's
point it-
loaded or not.
don't point at your foot.
That's a Nerf gun.
Bo's from New York. He's not from Texas. He lives in Texas. He's not from Texas. Texas people are built different. And New York people are built different. Unless, like, Bo wasn't in a gang in New York, so Bo's not really familiar with, like, gang life. And then both saw quite a gun, not a handgun, a wild gun. And he just picked it up and waved it around like it was time to go. And I was like, hey, please put that back in the car.
What an unfortunate way to die that would be.
Man, if he would have shot me and I lived, I would get to beat his ass for free. You know what I mean? Like, that'd be allowed once. I'd maybe, like, just stab him in the arm with a knife. Tommy D, did you see the guy that wanted to tap the crazy lady? Tap as in not fighting.
I did see the woman
No
she was
way.
making out with. There was a guy walking her up and down the hall.
No way.
Was that who you're talking about, Tommy?
I would have paid him to
I
have
saw
sex with her.
some guy
legally.
walking her down the hallway.
Where's that guy? Take one for the team. Hey, man, I'll give you a room. I'll pay for your shit.
Just preoccupy her until the
That would have
morning.
literally solved all of our. I would have paid for that. I didn't know this was
You're not allowed
happening.
to-
Tommy, if you would have let me know,
You're
that
not-
would have been
You're not
phenomenal.
allowed to pay for that in Michigan. It's
No,
illegal.
I'd have paid for his room. I don't know. I would have bribed him off the record, though. Bourbon Kingdom. Can I just say one of the highlights of the bottle share to me is when you didn't know you were talking to Dave. Okay, so this is crazy. Okay, because I do know Dave. I like know Dave, right? Okay, so Zach
Dave
and-
that's been to our house?
no, different. That's David.
Oh.
So okay,
I was like, he's
Bourbon
been to our
Kingdom
house.
is a YouTube channel.
Okay.
It's Zach and Dave. Zach and Dave are like similar to me and Sean.
Okay.
Like, we have like similar personalities. Like, we click with them. Like,
Okay.
they're great. They're like, don't take everything too serious. Fucking great dudes, right?
Okay.
Dave was so fucked by, like, it looked like Dave, if you ever see this, buddy, I mean this like with all due respect. Dave's a good looking dude. All right. Like, let's start with that. Dave's a good looking guy. And Dave looked like he found an entire bee's nest with his face.
Oh, no.
He goes, dude, I showed up in Michigan.
He was the one that had to go to the ER
Dude, because his eyes were
yeah.
like puffed.
because he had an allergic reaction.
Yes, that was
Yeah, that's
Dave.
so sad. I think somebody told me about that at the VIP, and they were like, he was supposed to be here, but
He
he's
was
at the
so
ER.
fucked up. And so when I was walking around, I'm like, when we were looking for the person with the virtue hat on that's not invited back, we're looking for him, right?
Mhm.
And I walked out. It's dark in the courtyard, like dark as shit. at that point. It's like 11 or midnight or whatever. And I go, I'm looking for Jeremiah. And I like bend down and I go, and he had a hat on. And I go, are you Jeremiah?
Just name dropping.
Oh yeah, whatever. Well, you know. And he goes, and I said, are you Jeremiah? And he goes, are you serious? And then I move, and now he looks this way, and this way there's no light. And then he turns this, I walk around him and look this way. I'm like, oh shit, it's Dave. And he goes, are you fucking serious? And I'm like, I'm so sorry, dude.
Oh my God.
So listen. He looked like he had just fought Mike Tyson in a fucking 10-round fight.
500 people here, and you're just name dropping.
Don't be the guy.
Listen,
though.
I know, but I also don't want somebody to try to find our house. We've got babies and stuff.
Listen, all you did wrong, in my opinion, is what I mentioned earlier. So don't fucking do that. That's disrespectful. You were disrespectful.
Keep going.
You
Keep
know
going.
that. Mr. Jigs, welcome to the fan, buddy. Thank you, buddy, for coming back. Appreciate it, man. Porter. An extra virtue shirt's going to be put on Bourbonjunk.com. I waited too long to get mine. Next thing I know, I'm carrying totes of them to a trailer. But Matt, are you fucking serious? I will just send you. Matt, you're mad.
Multiple days to get a shirt.
No, he
Thursday?
didn't. No, he
Friday?
didn't. No, they weren't for sale then.
Saturday?
No, they were only for sale Saturday.
No, I'm not. I know, but he could have said, hey, Dan.
Oh.
Can
I
get
know,
a
but
shirt?
Matt is Matt. Matt is the least disruptive human being on planet Earth. We all know this. Matt is the kindest. Matt and Luke are literally competing for the nicest, least disruptive.
I tried to get him to take the mic and do some ASMR. He wouldn't do it.
He wouldn't do it. It's
a bummer. Bring it back.
He wouldn't do it. Dave, I do apologize, on record, though, for real.
Backpacks.
I do love you.
Listen, I will say one thing. So Dan Rudnick said drawing backpacks with the Junkies logo would make $1 million at the merch booth. Just saying, I'd drop $25 in a heartbeat. So we did say that's another thing that we need to bring back is
bags.
the option of having a bag because so many people are carrying their cups around from the shuttle.
I started opening people's glasses for them and throwing the boxes away for them.
Yeah,
I'm
people were
just
just
throwing the
carrying
garbage.
around. Yeah. Well, we should have got an option for bags, especially with the number of shirts people were buying and stuff too.
Alec is disruptive. He changed my fucking phone background.
He did. That was funny. Joke.
Brandon goes, "Don't ever give me access to your phone." And I'm like, "Hey, man."
They all
You're
took
welcome,
pictures.
though, because you used it for merch all day.
They all took pictures.
I got
of
30
themselves
pictures
with
of
their
them
belt.
with the belt on my phone. I put them on the Facebook group. But
Alec, you're forgiven because Dan forgot your cutters and your lighters.
and that's so true, Alec. Okay, listen. Let it be known, I was very organized.
Do you even know where they are?
Yeah.
Where are they?
I came back and found them.
They weren't on the packing list, Alec. We went through it twice.
That's the thing. I made a packing list. Luke organized said packing list. And I was just dumping items onto a packing list every time I thought of something, right?
Man, he's really getting it now.
That cricket?
Yeah.
That cricket's making new cricket
He's
babies
fired up.
as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, I literally texted Alec and I said I found all the cutters and lighters. I sent a picture.
Yeah.
So okay, now in my credit, I haven't blamed Sean for shit, so now's a good time.
Sean's not here to
right.
defend himself.
Sean, so we had bottles for one of the earlier events, not the Saturday event. That's pretty easy to put together, right? We had bottles for that said event in wine shippers and different packaging in that room.
Mm-hmm.
Sean, to help, put them all into a case so I could carry the case out and put it in the trailer. And I just so happened to put the wine shippers that he took it out of on top of the cutters and lighters.
Right.
So I couldn't see them.
Right.
So when I got home, I went and looked in the corner. And I'm like, there they are under the wine shippers. So
It's kind of like when I blamed you for the dogs
bad.
eating the cookies.
have you apologized yet?
No, I don't feel sorry.
You know, I'd like to end the stream on this. I'd like to end the stream on this. And I want you guys to be unbiased. I know that you guys like Riki more than me. That's not the conversation, and that's not the question. Okay? I want you guys everybody to fucking even the bias out just as I'd like this to be a general, unbiased answer. Real quick, Big Vic, you need to make some fluffy, friendly shirts, buddy. I wanted a shirt and not big enough.
They would have?
I think there were
4X?
there were 4X, but there weren't a lot of 4X, which is the thing.
So I
And
will
they weren't.
say,
A lot of people want like big and talls, and we did
Yeah.
not have big and talls.
I mean, I think it's kind of hard at an event where you're bringing shirts for everybody. I think now that you know what sold, you can take percentages and use them for next year.
I'll be transparent, guys. We spent 9.2K on merch for that event.
Yeah.
And we walked away having sold 9.8K. So I like
Right.
literally we didn't make $1,000 on merch, and a lot of you guys bought merch, like legitimately. So listen, we appreciate the fuck. You guys buying merch. Well, I just wanted merch there so you guys could have it if you wanted it,
yeah.
right?
It was worth it.
We'll move a lot of that. Some of that merch is going to live at Virtue. So if anybody comes and visits, they can buy merch. That's
Yep.
going to be where some of the merch goes. But we paid up front $9 and change for merch. Now I've heard from multiple people we didn't charge enough for shirts. They should have been more than $28. Guys, there's a balance. None of us are trying to rip you the fuck off.
Right.
Sean and I are not trying to make your wallets fucking empty. None of us are trying to stress anybody out financially. That's not the point, right? I don't want that to be the case. I don't want people to feel like they bought something and it wasn't worth it.
I think
the same reason our
pre-order is
bourbon's
good, but there's
60.
still a minimum,
We
right?
can't
where
pre-order on
you-
event merch.
Right. Well, there's still a minimum where you order too, right?
The minimums are really low, but
Yeah.
I'm not pre-ordering event. That's a whole nother thing for me to manage ahead of time.
I think that people like to go there and get a shirt though too.
I hate pre-ordering. I'd love to get away from pre-ordering. That's my goal. Long term, I don't like when you guys have to wait a month.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
think it
want-
was cool to like walk up to a table and get a
and
shirt
look at the different merch and buy something.
because you don't get to do that ever.
Yeah.
Now,
We
I
didn't
think,
do any merch last year. We did none.
if you start carrying standard shirts based on the releases, you'll have more to bring from other drops. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like this is the first drop.
Yes. Well, it's the first.
And you might have
yeah.
like one event shirt that's kind of like has a shelf life.
Yes.
But and I think
Um,
you'll learn more like what to bring.
Cole and
moving
Whiskey said
forward.
breaking even on merch isn't bad. Free marketing at that point. So it is that, number one. But you do also have to understand that from an investment standpoint, 2 months out, we put all 99 and change down on merch and then made $500. So it's like from an investment standpoint, from like a 10 grand sitting somewhere, it's not maybe the best business idea to have 10 grand sitting somewhere for a month to not make very much money. But I don't want you guys to not have merch. And we didn't want to run out of certain shirt, like the event shirt, we didn't want to run out of in sizes.
Right.
The pink Omen shirt, we didn't want to run out of in sizes. So it's just one of those things. I hate, guys, we've pre-ordered in the past. That's what we've done mainly because merch is expensive. And I don't like you guys sitting and waiting on fucking a month and pre-ordering for an event. And then you have let's just say even we order 10 of each size more and then somebody gets there and that size doesn't fit. So they switch. When there's 300 people, that is not a manageable situation, right?
Yeah.
Because people were trying, like holding shirts up and making sure shit fit.
Yeah,
Which
which
is
is
awesome,
cool.
which is great.
It's just cool to be able to touch it.
Yeah.
Gary says I want that sweatshirt. Listen, Gary, I had to find this sweatshirt in a cardboard box and it's too big for me. But maybe my husband will give you one.
Who said that?
Gary.
Which one? Where is it?
Gary Heiser.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if I was like, there's no way that's Franchi. Okay, listen. This is the argument we're gonna shut down the stream from here. Okay. Are you ready? We're gonna end it on this. First off, really quick, honestly, like for real. Thank you guys for coming.
Yes,
If you
thank
came, thank
everyone.
you. If you behaved, thank you so much. If you had a good time, I'm so happy that you had a good time.
Thanks for all the help.
Tater, probably, buddy. I just got to figure out like next week. I'm going to figure out the merch and inventory left.
We're going on vacation at the end of this week. Do not call my
I'm off
husband.
Thursday
Do
and
not
Friday.
text him.
I didn't take a break yet.
If I hear one, hey buddy, phone call, I will be grabbing the phone and hanging it up because that's how he answers all of you guys. Hey, buddy.
That's how every business call starts with "Hey buddy." Every one of them.
It's like your dad. What does your dad use? Catch you later at the end.
At the end of them.
That's
He
you.
does that.
Catch ya. Remember?
I don't say catch you.
No, you say, hey buddy.
Everybody calls me that's for work.
He said, catch ya.
Everybody calls me that's for work. I don't care. Listen, I talked to the
Kitchen.
most successful person I'll ever meet for the rest of my life the other day, and I answered and said, "Hey, buddy,
Yeah, that's fine.
we're friends."
We're not taking any hey buddy phone calls this weekend,
No.
friends.
We'll see if like there's an emergency or something. Shit.
There ain't no emergencies on Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. If there's an emergency, call Sean.
The cricket, my blood, dude, I swear to Jesus that my blood pressure and heart rate is just so, I feel like I'm having AFib. Like if I had your watch on, it'd be like, hey. Okay, listen. So you guys are going to deal with the cricket, but we got to fucking talk to, can I call just so Ricky can hang up on me, said Luke. For real, thank you to everybody that came. Thank you, everybody had a good time. Thank you for everybody who made the event a good event. Listen, it made me cry last year. I swear to God, this is real. It made me cry last year. Everywhere we went, we were welcome back. Everywhere. The VIP event, we were welcome back. We didn't go, but we were welcome. The hotel, we were welcome back. The park, we were welcome back. Everybody last year was so well behaved that everybody I had thanked and talked to at the end of the event or afterwards literally said everybody was so well behaved. The Distillers did this last year and this year at the Saturday event. They're like, listen, we've been to public events. We hate it. We would 100. Guys, the reason New Holland was here this year, New Holland didn't go to another big event to come to our event solely because everybody was so cool and interested in welcoming and polite and whatever. That's what I'm proud of. The
Distillers loved the event.
That's when we walked away last year, I was so proud of this community and our family and all of those things. This year, listen, honestly, 99.5 from the VIP and the VIP, they were very happy. I found out at the VIP event, the Saturday event, all the Distillers again were really happy. I haven't talked to the park yet because they just aren't there at the end. But honestly, like I'm happy to like say that this is our event and it's not a public event for these reasons. And you guys are amazing, and our community and our family is fucking awesome. And I'm proud of that. And that's a big deal for me personally. That's what I want. The hotel, I can't. Even though almost all of you were so great, like legitimately, like we don't get to say that this year at the hotel because of some of you. And I hope that some of you watch this and realize that. I do. I genuinely do. It's not to scold you and it's not to call you an asshole. It's not any of that. Just so you fucking realize what that feels like. I just want you to understand where we're coming from, right? So there's a huge shout out and a huge thank you to everybody that was fucking awesome. And a huge shout out and a big love you to everybody who was amazing. I truly wish that I had the time to spend with you guys on Saturday night. I know Sean does too. I know I like accidentally speak for Sean sometimes, but I know for a fact that Sean felt the same way I did and wished that he had spent more time. And Sean did spend some time at the end of the night with you guys in rooms and stuff, which is awesome. We both wish we had more time to spend with you guys, 100%. Mm-hmm. Next year, we'll make sure that somehow we have an easier way to make sure we spend more time with you guys, because that's the point of the event, is the community. It's not for anything else. So thank you guys for that. Now on that, as we leave, I would like a fucking poll. Okay? I don't want to make the poll up. Cookie.
We're not doing
We're going to do a poll.
Now.
We're going to end it. We're going to end the stream. And I want this unbiased. I don't want you to be, Ricky's pretty. I don't want, oh, I'm a girl, so I picked Ricky, or like Ricky's cooler than Dan, so I don't want any of that. What I want is a truthful answer, okay? This is all I want. I don't want shit else. If I don't describe this correctly, you're allowed to say.
Can we set like the stage, like the history? Like, can we give a background?
I love eating food at night.
We call them snacky time.
We call them snackies, okay?
Dan has snacky time every night.
I love snackies.
In our bed.
I love snackies and videos at night, guys. It's how I decompress, okay? Just chill. I have snackies. It's like you guys have Netflix and chill at home. Like I have snackies and chill. So
except for that's not what Netflix and chill means.
I know, but everybody in here is old enough to not know what Netflix and chill means. It's crazy you guys hang out with us.
He's like literally snacking and just chilling. Okay, keep going.
I'll like put an earbud in. I eat snackies and I watch my phone.
No crunchy snackies because he's a loud eater.
Ricky's like, you don't have enough fucking insulation in your mouth. It's too loud. Shit like that. If I eat loud food, it's just loud. It's just like Ricky doesn't think that she chews chips loud. Everybody chews chips loud. Chips are loud, right? So anyways, that's not the argument. We're moving past. The other night, swear to God, this is how it goes down. Joe, if Joe's still in here, Mudkip gave me this fucking phenomenal snack, dude. There's these weird ass chocolate cookies out in Maryland. I don't even know who makes them. They're probably made in somebody's fucking basement. And they're so fun. Ricky would have loved them. She didn't get to eat any, but she would have loved them. Joe gives me this snack at Pours in the Park, right? Kelly said Dustin has snackies in bed. Let's fucking, you're damn right you do, Dustin. I fucking knew. I knew it. So anyways.
That doesn't surprise me.
Dan Lake said, Kyle, we eat popcorn in bed every night sleeping on that salt's getting sandblast. Listen, I'm so happy I'm not alone in this. This is amazing. Anyways, burger cookies, Luke said. Okay. We were checking into our hotel room. Mudkip or Joe, whatever, brings me these cookies because he knows I love them, which is so fucking cool of him, right? They're in like a shopping bag, like from a mall, right? Whatever.
It's
just a shopping bag.
No, it's one of those store bags from the airport. It's
Okay.
got all. I mean,
Cool.
you can't see through it, so that should be important.
Sure. Shopping bag from a bookstore. A Barnes and Noble bag. It's a Barnes and Noble bag. That's a perfect description.
Yeah.
It's like that thick plastic shit.
Yeah, thick with not see through. Couldn't see what I couldn't see what was in
burger cookies, they ship nationwide. All right. So Joe gives me some of these, a pack of them. I fucking love these cookies. You guys don't even understand. You got to order some, dude. I wish we were sponsored. We'll work on that. They're fucking phenomenal. They'll change your whole life. So anyways, he gives me some. Okay. They were, I didn't eat them while we were there, which was my plan, but I should have. I didn't eat them while we were there. We're leaving the event. Sean and I are packing the trailer the morning of. We just had cases of whiskey to put in there. We had like cases of water. Both came and helped us move some stuff. We're packing the trailer. Ricky takes it upon herself, because she's amazing, to pack our room up because we need to get out by 11. So she packs our room up. Cookies are in said bag in said room. Packs our room
rolled up in the bag.
They're in the bag. It doesn't
They're
fucking
rolled
matter.
up. I didn't even look to see what was inside of it.
She didn't look. Packs our room up, packs it in the car. We get home. Ricky brings said bag into the house and puts it on the floor open. Like my duffel bag. My duffel bag.
Okay. I took all of the bags upstairs and emptied them so that I could do the laundry. Okay. Keep going.
Okay. So far, so true. I'm just setting up the poll. Right. So Ricky and I leave with the kiddos, go to Costco, go see Luna's preschool, stuff like that. Come home. Dogs got in the bag.
The best dogs. We have the best.
They're like
Fucking
12 and
dogs.
13. They're old as fuck. You just gotta
They're
let them
trying to commit suicide.
They're
Constantly.
Trying. That's true. Neither of them can see or hear. They're just trying to fucking get out.
They eat chocolate all the time.
Ricky puts the bag on the floor unzipped because she didn't.
Ricky emptied his laundry out of the bag. Keep going.
True. My the only other thing in the bag was my clothes.
And a bottle of whiskey and a knife.
What bottle of whiskey was in there?
I don't know. It's still up there.
Where?
Up there where you still haven't taken care of the fucking bag on the floor of the laundry.
No. You're getting biased now when you do that shit. That's crazy. You're getting biased.
It's still in the laundry room.
Shit stays in the laundry room. That's where it fucking stays. So anyways.
No, it doesn't.
My shit does.
You're just getting worse.
You can't bias people. I've done a really good job not biasing.
Okay, fine.
It's too late. What do you mean
on
fine? I'd like the peers of my jury to not take that into consideration. Isn't that
You
what
have
they say
to
in
say-
court or whatever? I'm like Amber Heard over
You have to
here.
say objection.
This is crazy. Yeah, objection to your fucking honor. So anyways, listen. Ricky put said bag up, which she's doing. She is. I'm full blown on your side. Ricky's amazing and brought the bag upstairs to get the laundry out of it because we got our septic fixed and we can have laundry done here now. This being said, dogs get in the bag, eat cookies.
All the cookies.
We get home. Ricky blames me for dogs eating said cookies because she didn't know
Because they
were.
always eat his snacks.
No, stop.
That's why.
You're doing the bias thing again.
No,
Yes,
because
you
that's part
are.
of the history.
That's fucking crazy.
Dan leaves his snackies on his nightstand.
nightstand.
I think there's still a fucking Cinnabon
Pinky,
on our
there's not.
bed.
Pinky, there's not on where the dogs can get it. They can't reach it.
No,
That's
it's
why I
still
put it up.
there.
I
It's
put
been
it-
a week.
I put it up
It's
there.
been a week, guys.
I put it up
There's
there.
a Cinnabon on our bed for a fucking week.
This poll's fucking chalk. She fucked this whole thing up. This is crazy. That Cinnabon's up there. They can't reach it.
Dan,
The dogs can't get
tell
it.
me they don't. The other day
They
you
can't
said
get it.
you
No,
come
that's crazy.
upstairs and you go, there's a bunch of chocolate wrappers on the floor in the laundry room.
That was on you though, wasn't it?
And you said, did the dogs eat a whole thing of chocolate? And
Yeah.
I said, was there chocolate in it?
There was. I ate it all.
And that wasn't on me
I ate
because
it
it was
all.
in the garbage. It wasn't on
Oh,
me.
good. Okay. So listen. Let it be known. This is the overview. You guys, no. You guys got chill.
I
Barry, you
should have
gotta
known
fucking
he had
chill.
snackies. in
No,
his
you got
luggage.
yes. You guys got chill. The whole point of this argument, just fucking for real, like one time, real quick. The whole point of the argument is Riki packed the cookies in the bag. Stop. And then she moved the bag upstairs and the dogs got into it and ate the chocolate cookies. Whose fault is it go now? That's it. There's no, because this was what the argument was about, right? For real? All right, you can talk, but don't be biased, though. Don't be biased. Don't fuck you guys for
I'm
picking
not
Dan in
biased.
that fucking poll. That's crazy.
Listen, I'm not biased.
Power said Sean's fault.
I think it's, who is it, Joe?
Oh, dude. Oh, motherfucker. When is Dan gonna learn that Ricky's always right? I mean, it's close. Is that closer
It's
than
close.
you thought?
Listen,
Now, here's
guys.
the thing. Ricky, no, now I would like to say this.
Okay, go ahead.
Ricky scolded me.
I
Right?
didn't know there were cookies in there.
For the dogs eating said snackies. She yelled at me.
I didn't yell. I don't yell ever. I don't ever yell.
That's true. You scolded me, though.
That's fair.
You
Listen.
scolded me for there being snackies.
I think I was just so over everything.
I'm not
I take
saying-
all our bags upstairs
know,
and
I
I'm like, there's
agree.
fucking cookies in here.
I agree with you on this. I agree that listen, I'm not discounting the fact that you had done the work there.
Also, every time you come back from a trip, every time, I am the one that takes the bag from the first floor to the second floor because we have same floor laundry.
Yeah.
Take it from the first floor to the second floor.
Yeah.
Do the laundry, and then the bag sits there until I fucking put it away.
Guys, there's no way you voted for me though, right? Like thoughts? What the fuck?
Yeah. Thanks, Fence.
Guys,
I
there's
agree.
no way though.
Dan should pack his own shit and empty his own shit. I think that's the moral
No,
of the
we're
story.
a team. This is a partnership because we love each other,
Yeah.
right?
Partnerships are usually 50-50. Yeah, Sean.
Oh, ask Gabby. No. Ask Gabby. No. You're asking the wrong person. Ask Gabby. There ain't no fucking way. This is so rigged. This is crazy.
See, they know if you
Nah,
take
you
care
guys,
of your own shit.
You guys are biased as fuck. There ain't no way. You guys are 100% sure that you're not on my side, dude. Okay, Bev. Okay, so you have to know this before we take off. Bev Porter is Matthew Porter's mom. She's a
Oh, hi,
fucking
Bev.
saint.
Matt is
Bev in the
great.
whole whiskey community is like the most beholden saint of all time, right? She hates it when I say the F word. And so usually if I know she's in chat and I say the F word, I apologize to her
Okay.
because she's Bev.
Sorry, we've said the F word. a
But
couple
I know,
times.
but she may have not been here all night, so she might not have heard it. Bev said, Dan, you should not have put your laundry in with your snackies. Ricky did that, though. Ricky put the laundry in with the snackies.
Ricky packed his stuff.
Yes.
Ricky carried it
I,
inside.
no, that's so crazy. Listen, I give you
She
credit.
took it to the second floor.
Wow, that's wild. I
and
give
she
you
did
credit.
the laundry.
I'm going to be honest. Can we?
She will also end up putting it away.
Can I listen? Can I just? I'd like one statement before we take off
And
here.
she ain't a stay-at-home wife.
You're not. You're a bad motherfucker. Nobody's confused. Listen. Ain't nobody. Everybody knows that I fucking preach your shit from the roof. I'm a big fan of you, and everybody knows this. This isn't confusing. I say that you're a bad motherfucker all the time. And that's true. I let it be known right now on this fucking stream that I know I'm appreciative of you packing our room. I actually, if you want to check your fucking messages, said thank you so much for packing our room up while I was packing the trailer. I said that.
Yeah.
You scolded me because there were snackies you didn't know about in the bag. And you gave me shit. And I was like, that's not fair. I walked away from the conversation. And you never even agreed to that. Was crazy. You didn't apologize a little bit. That's fair.
I don't know. I just think 60% of people are on my side.
That's fucking wild. And it's solely because it's not me. And we all know this. You know what I'm saying? That's so wild. All right.
All right, friends.
Lucan, thank you for the super chat, buddy.
Thanks,
Also,
Lucas.
we love you guys. Right, dude. Listen, if Ricky would have had those snackies, she'd be on the other side right now. That was clearly on accident. See that?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I love
We're
snacks.
listen, everybody's a snacky fan. Everybody is. Not listen. You don't get it twisted.
I don't
Everybody
eat
on the
in
planet
bed,
loves
though.
snackies. Never.
Not normally.
If I have snackies and you're awake, maybe.
No.
I have snackies late. All right, we love you guys. Thank you for being here.
Thank you guys.
Seriously.
Thanks for all your help.
Thank you
Thanks
for
for all the
coming.
volunteers.
We appreciate it.
Luke, Brandon.
Mudkip, I got it, buddy. It wasn't your fault at all. It was not your fault. It was, but that's not important now. Chat, you guys are wild. That's crazy. You guys just took her side like that. I just realized you guys are wishy-washers, dude. You guys are wishy-washers, and there ain't no other way to put it. I love you.
Joe O'Sullivan, send us the link. I need to try the cookies. They did look good before
Babe.
the dogs.
He's given me some before. You didn't even taste them. I crushed them. It's great. They're so.
The remnants on the floor looked
they're
great.
Like soft, but they got chocolate. It's just fucking. They're so good. It's wild. All right, we love you guys. For real, thank you guys for being here. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Thanks for coming, Team Sean.
Should we? What's tomorrow? Wednesday. We leave Thursday.
Thursday.
Should
No
we do
hey
a
buddy.
podcast together? Sean's gone. We're not gonna have a podcast for Friday. You want to do a podcast?
I don't care.
Chat and vote. Should me and Ricky do a podcast for Friday for another pour, or
We're not talking about pours in the park, right? Something more
yeah,
fun.
just be like whatever we want to talk. No, that's like we got a lot of great feedback at the event about another pour, about the podcast.
I love the podcast.
People liked it,
I
and we're
listen to
being
it a lot.
kind about it. And what was cool, we don't get a lot of it's different. Podcasts are different, obviously. We don't get as much feedback, right?
Right.
And we
Somebody
got a lot
left
of-
you an amazing review and gave you 1 star on Apple. So whoever you are, please go check
Hey,
your
man, why don't
review.
you fucking check yourself?
He's like, this is
bitch.
great. I love hearing the guys in a new format.
One?
And they gave 1 star on accident. He must have on accident.
That's actually really funny. I'll edit it. Ricky and I'll have to shoot it tomorrow, and then I'll edit it tomorrow. Sean's got this AI shit. It's wild. I need that login for that AI shit. But, yeah. We could talk about, life shit.
Oh, we
That's
could
the-
talk about the septic. Yeah.
That's the nice part about, the podcast is it's just off topic. That's why I like
The
it.
septic tour is funny.
I enjoy the podcast, and I told people who approached us and talked about the podcast to me at the event, I explained to them that it's my favorite thing we do. Virtue
I
is my
like the
number one
podcast.
right now. Virtue is my favorite thing that we do, period. Right now, Virtue's it for me. Number 2 was the podcast.
I don't know enough about whiskey to keep up with all of the YouTube videos, but the podcast is fun.
I know, but
for
what
me.
it does for Sean and I is it grants hey, you want to shoot this shit for a while? We're going
Right.
to, because we end up doing that somewhere at some point.
Well, and it's also I think somebody else said this too in one of the comments. It's like a live stream, but you're not engaging with the chat. So they don't have to, it's not stopping your stories like you do every 5 minutes. So, I mean, you still go off on tangents, but you're not reading all the super chats.
I mean, there's no way nobody feels bad for me. She just gives me shit 100% of the time. I love you guys. You need your own?
yeah, Team Ricky.
For what? Team Ricky?
Ricky Leaks.
Ain't no fucking way. Well, you stopped Ricky Leaks.
I'm going to come up with
Lazy.
some Ricky Leaks for
Lazy
tomorrow.
Ricky Leaks.
The hard-on story, when I was listening to that on the podcast, I was like, that's a good Ricky
You knew
Leak.
that story.
I never told anybody that story. I respect
Yeah.
your privacy.
Why? I don't. That's crazy. That's wild. I don't respect shit about my privacy. That's the problem. I think that's the difference, though, right? That was one of the things that multiple people said. They were like, "You're really open."
Yeah.
And I was like, "I'm just not embarrassed by the stories." I think is the thing.
Right. That story was a little embarrassing. Not that one.
It's like
The
12.
one that you told about the cabin.
Oh, that's not embarrassing. That's just life. That's life. Everybody's
Nate,
this
is
normal
Cinnabon the
shit.
new snacky sponsor?
Holy
Nate,
shit.
listen, if Cinnabon sponsors us,
You
we have to
guys-
put Dan in
You
rehab.
guys got 5 years left of me if Cinnabon sponsors this
Do
fucking
they
thing.
make fat adult camp?
Guys,
Because I know they used to do fat kid camp.
can I tell you one of the
Because
greatest movies
We're
of
not
all
going to
time?
make it.
Heavyweights.
Here. What? I don't remember that.
Heavyweights?
What's that one?
Ben Stiller was the camp counselor.
yeah.
And he was an asshole. He was the worst. He was like carrying the bike and shit.
Yeah, I remember
And
that.
it was all of the chubby kids. They were just like yelling at. Oh, that movie was phenomenal.
Yeah,
All right,
friends.
we love you guys. Thank you for being here.
Bye.
Oh, if you're a
Good night.
patron, the rye ones are gonna drop to patrons probably next week at some point. So just pay attention on Patreon. All right, we love you guys. It's not for everybody. It's gonna be raffled. The hundreds will get one for sure, and there's gonna be raffled at each tier below that. More raffle for higher tiers. Basically, is how it's gonna work. You guys, if you're a patron, you'll find out more information next week. We love you guys. Oh, we got an Eagle Rare pick. Holy shit! I'm gonna end the stream on that. Love you guys. Cheers.
Bye.